Scoot over to the left, scoot over to the right. I don't even know, dude. I'm not even set. I'm not even ready. I got distracted. WrestleMania, UFC. All right, let's see. Games haven't started yet, right? I don't think so. 10 on the hour. All right. All right. Maybe. Bro, is there no West people streaming so I could see if anybody's in the game? I'm so done. Yo, what's up, Dre? Yo, what's up, my brother Wheat? Hopefully your day's going good so far, Wheat. What's up, Clutch? I don't know, Pro XD, MJ, Pixie. What's up, Taki? Yo, Taki, I think I saw your tweet, bro. I wasn't gonna go live, but then you tweeted me. I was like, bro, I have to. You know? I'm just kidding, obviously. Watch off spawn. Okay, let me pull up the drop map. We still got some time here. We still got some time before games start. And okay, that's grand finals. That's heats for Central. There's heats for West. Okay, you said Wonky Land? What did you say? When does game start? The game start in about like 3 minutes, I believe. And then we got 5-minute delay after that. Is that a copy paste, Mango? I know it didn't actually go in chat, but like, is that a copy paste? All right, Fear, hold up. Hold up, Fear. That's for you, I'm guessing, right, Fear? Just confirm it's for you, brother. No Vic or Kanata stream? Bro, it's all right, bro. We're going to be watching them. Maybe not so much off spawn because there's nothing to watch off spawn, but you know. How you feel about that H-Cube win? I love seeing people who grind the game do well. Why not? Excited most for Curves win, though. Okay, I just got to remember how to do it. This button here. This button here. This button here. Hopefully nothing pops up on my screen. Oh, well, if it doesn't. Okay, shotgun B1. Okay. That way we can at least see. Yo, appreciate you for being here. So it says 4. I don't know if he has a delay on, but it says he has about 4 minutes something seconds before it starts. Thank you so much, Fear. I don't know what you just said, but thank you. Any game win predictions? Any game win predictions? I'm thinking a ray gun win. I want to say Kanata and Vic, but like I don't think they're going to win a game. I think they're gonna have to play through consistency. X and Lyric off spawn. Hold on, where that at? X Lyric. Okay, that under. Okay, Seal's there. Okay. You have A-Par winning a game. Okay. Bert off spawn. Where's that at, bro? You gotta tell me a drop, dude. My eyes can't really like. Hold on. We'll find it. Okay, up there. Dang, bro. What is up with this region and these contests? Honestly, I can't even be mad. I would rather you contest something like this, and something like this, versus contesting whatever goes on down here, It's at least if you win, you're getting something for it. That's all I'm saying. Bro and Tron the boys. All right, Mace. I really don't know why you're getting smart detected, but you know. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-da-da-da. Let me tweet out my own stream real quick. Hold on. I'm not good at this. What's crazy is like literally is this really 23 teams make finals? Because there's a whole less heat. Am I wrong when I'm saying that? 23 teams A particle ball, bottom right. All right. Obviously, if they're uncontested, we might not. We're obviously not going to really watch too many of the uncontested people off spawn unless something changes. But after that, we'll go from there. 22, 23. So literally half the lobby qualifies. Okay. I, for some reason, would rather. I don't know. I don't know what I would rather. What's up, Jackos? Who's winning first place consistent? I think Victor V and Kanata get first place consistency. That's what I think. You don't think it should be that easy? What do you mean? Ooh, all I ask you guys is, like, I genuinely love Fortnite. I genuinely am passionate about, like, you know, having a good time. So I just genuinely, from my heart, please, no spoils in chat. If you don't see it on screen, please don't let me know. If somebody not loading in, that's fine. Let me know, because we're going to figure that out. That's perfectly fine. But, you know, what are your predictions from Latte? I want to say Echo and Vert, but one of these teams isn't going to fight right away. So, I don't know. All right, 12 minutes. So we got like 3 minutes until we're in the game, I believe. Let's double check right now. Yep. Got about like 3 minutes until we're in the game. 3 minutes. Bro, I absolutely love Fortnite. Fortnite changed my life. What's up, Emo? It's going great for me. We had a great day on Central. Casting that Bolts wins, genuine reaction right out of the gate for the Bolts one. Like, I like how they kind of switched the camera back right away. Because to me, that's in the moment, that's when I'm looking like an idiot. I mean, you know. And then Venom made it super entertaining, you know. Do you know Twilight? I don't think so. Like the movie series, I've seen those. I won't lie. Fortnite, the only game I can watch competitively all day. Pharaoh, I can watch a few, but Fortnite's the one that, like, I'm truly, especially when you get to that end game and a close tournament, like, I don't think anything matches it. That's why I think today was so entertaining, because at the end of it all, I didn't know who was in at the bottom of that leaderboard. Can you see the other casters when you're talking to the camera? Sometimes. What's up, Dev? Love you, brother. Be safe, man. I don't know where you're going. Is this drop mat Heat 1 or 2? This is Heat 1. These are the teams we're watching today. This is Heat 1. Tomorrow would be Heat 2. Apex match point is something else. Bentley, okay, your friend. Somebody told me to watch that fight, so we might peek on over and see what that fight's looking like. We got about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. We're getting into the game. Replay mode. What about Seal Cluds on YouTube? First off, thank you for chatting on the YouTube. I know somebody else did as well. What about Seal? We're gonna be looking on over. I don't know much about them, honestly. I don't know much about. There's quite a few people. Even though I love West, I play on NA West. I've always, you know, been a part of the western side of the United States. There's a lot of names I'm unfamiliar with versus the last time NA West was here. Okay, let's see. Oh, that was my streaming, my title. Copy, paste. Let's see if we get in, or is this too early? Too early. We're just seconds too early. We're seconds early. We're seconds early. Make sure you guys pick up your triple threat skin. Use anybody's creator code. Mine is ITSPR if you want to use mine, but use anybody. Use somebody's. We're just waiting right now. About to get in the game. Victor V Kanata winning game 1 or placing first. I think they place first consistently. But as Bold shows, you can accidentally win a game as well. How did Fortnite change your life? I mean, in multiple ways, dude. It's given me experience I wouldn't have had any otherwise. Got to meet people. How do you do this? Is this button? Okay. I've gotten to meet people that you know, I've watched even on stream. Like before being on the broadcast, I watched competitive Fortnite. I used to manage an esport team called Ghost Gaming. Top 23 call maces. Yep. This is game one. Game one is here. Do we got the glitch? We got the double mini-map glitch. 1 second before anything else happens. Double mini-magic glitch over. We just gotta hope we didn't glitch the rest of the POVs. Which is quietly possible. Okay, maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't glitch the POVs. As long as they keep moving up, we're good. We're good. Maybe we did though. Maybe we did glitch the POVs. X and Lyric off spawn. Is that the one right now? There we go. X and Lyric. I don't think they're gonna be contested. They're not contested. We got a Wonky Land contested fight over here. Larko's up at the top. Seal is up here over on the side. Does look like it's a little bit contested, but nothing too much going on. Shotgun and Shrimpsy going all the way to the outside. Seal, Spooky moving up top. So already we got people changing up their drop spots. So we're going to look at Echo and Vert over at Latte. A fight that we know that's going on. Bon is here this time around. So instead of a triple contest, it's only a double contest. And it is kind of the rare POI. What is this POI, the thing actually called? They're trying to back up. You said Lethal Labs is contested. Take a look at Rex. Wonder is already underneath. Got to be careful not to get caught out to dry. Let's see the other side. That's Creep, and this is Dom. Creep and Dom, I want to say, should be able to alpha up the POI, but we'll see. Okay, we have some broken POVs real quick, because Battlewood is not uncontested. I promise you that. There we go. We do have a down already. Trying to look around and see who actually did get knocked. I don't even know who that is. Kaizen is knocked. Stuck behind the tree, just waiting to go down. That's Mez and them that did get the actual knock. Cloud's actually got some decent loadout here. But not going for the revive? Got me scratching my head just a little bit. Lethal Labs is contested, but they're not fighting. Just so you guys know. Yusuf and Lux underneath. Not actually fighting against Showan and Vanillas. Seeing what else is going on here around the map. Just trying to see what possible fights are actually going down. Nut and Teak. Ratgun and Slixies. This is a team. Ratgun here. This is a team I think that can get a win. This is game one, Pettit. He already has high ground advantage, putting some pressure on the Nut. Slixies is going to be a little bit down low by himself, but luckily he doesn't get caught off guard. The biggest thing's 13 builds for him, less than 5 on the other side for Slixies, so you can see why they're playing aggressive, but definitely on a timer here. Oh, first shot from one side, Slixies. Ratgun follows up on the other. Nut missing a few opportunities on the Slixies, and they're going to win the first fight on stream here. Ratgun and Slixies looking good. Back on over to Vert and Echo, who seems like they already have it down onto one. Oh, there goes the other. No more lurking around for you. So Echo and Vert, Taki, you're out there watching, man. They got that win. They got the rest of Latte landing, and it looks like Zone is pulling in their favor. Go back on over to this side of the map. Commander K. Anybody know Commander K? I've seen his name for, I feel like, over a year, 2 years, maybe even old NA West. Denvar. I don't really know much about Denvar. I'm eager to learn if you guys are a friend of him. Getting pressure underneath. Commander K has no builds. He's trying to make sure they don't let any of those shots peek through and get beamed because they don't really have HP. This is a tough situation. Uh-oh. No builds. He needs to pass in builds. Oh, the pre-fire. That was massive. Bigger than Ninja's taper fade here. Hearn on the other side. Commander. Oh, nice shot. Back to back. Breaks the shields onto one. Teammate still lurking around. Got to be careful. He was at least able to farm up some builds to defend himself with. Something's better than nothing. Okay, how are we gonna get out of this situation though? You did a good job of slowing them down, but not good enough to back them off. And then somebody else, Seal, on the other side. They have no shield, really. They don't really have anything over there, so I was wondering what's going on with their game. Hard and them still putting pressure here. It does look like they might try to make a mad dash for the porta potty, but no, he's just farming up. They're ready to stay here, which confuses me a little bit because both of them are one pump away from going down. Spooky's a console player? Okay. And I don't know, P-God. What's up, Ant? Yeah, I did food today. I don't know what that means exactly, but I did food. I ate right before this. Oh, they're actually going. Yep. Nobody's really back there. That team already rotated on out, so it's going to be safe for them. But are they going to get chased? That's what I'm trying to see. It doesn't look like they are going to get chased. At least not for now. Let's go and check this side of the map. Vanillas. Good. Well, good and food. Both of them are good. Is this live? This is 5 minutes delayed. So it's live-ish. Okay, what is this? QVS. J Money? Okay, we got G Money on Central. We got J Money on West. Is this like the Temu G Money? Let's find out right now. Yes, this is Kanata's Heat. We'll check him out in a little bit. Uncontested. He's looting up Sandy, so I believe he's the green marker. Passing around the big pots. Make sure both of them get stacked up. There's an extra down below. Minis. So I can see why you're fighting over the spot. The mending machine is here. You probably bought as much out of it because you see he does have 0 gold. So they probably spent all of their gold here to try to get these extra heals. And so they don't want to give it up. So they're not just going to rotate on out. Vanilla's on the other hand, they're barely getting their hands on some of these heals. Alright. We'll check on him now. Victor V already high up, just trying to go ahead and get their surge. You see the extra heals, minis, bigs, splashes, slapperoni pizza, a little bit of everything. And even a gold pump down below. But you see no chaos reloader in the inventory though. Live but not indirect. So I don't even know. Yo, thank you, Twilight. Yep, first game, Trezzy. So if there's anybody you guys want to check out, let me know. For the most part, I'll try to be looking for fights, so that way there's not too much dead time going on, but we'll see how it goes. Youngin and Hilly. Hilly played with Rackham. Bro, we got the 2-point duo. Like, my history of missing out on Division 1, it was just by a handful of points. Now I'm stuck in Division 3000. Thank you for the sub, bro. Thank you so much. Brought back memories, good and bad. By the way, if you tell me to check on somebody, try to tell me where they're at too, because I don't know everybody's usernames. Rems, Imp, Parks here, just trying to rotate past those studios. A third trio already getting control of the actual mending machine. That's Jerry. I don't know this guy's names. Revex. Imp. Rams just trying to rotate through. Good damage by Jerry, honestly. And they keep control of the actual mending machine. Pearls here. Cobb Stud. Somebody said Trunk. Bro, this kid stream sniped me one time. This kid right here stream sniped me one time and reload for like 3-4 games straight. And then he became the nicest kid. And so now I like the fact that you can kind of turn a leaf. I have hope. I wouldn't mind seeing him one of the 23 teams today. You know? It's never too late to change, you know? It's never too late to be a good person. Wait, what? When did this happen? Alright, see who else is in. Sorry, I just lost track of everything. Vanilla's up towards the top. A couple more teams trying to rotate through Dark Dominion. Somebody to start the stream was talking about Lyric and this guy here. Let's check out their loadout, see how they're going. Slixies and Rat Gun, they got 2 elims start of the game. And then kind of, yeah, I got off of them, but they got 2 elims at the start of the game. Lyric X, they should be good. Rat Gun, I imagine already at Painted Palms. Vert and Echo don't have to move back here. They have that big launch pad. I was talking about that on NAC. The long pad. Slick Season Rat Gun. Kind of farming up a little bit extra. Making sure they have the surge. Remember the 2 elims. They didn't take too much damage. They did take some. So it wasn't free. Jules and CZR. Caesar at the top side of the map. Rotating in slowly. Some extra pizza down below. They're going to continue to munch on that before they get in towards the zone. They should grab the extra apples, but maybe they're just going to fish here at the top side of the map. But they have to be careful. Other teams, I wouldn't say rotating by, but they have a very, very similar strategy. Shrimp C, Shotgun B, they're rotating through, just kind of going past Jules. See that they're fishing there, so maybe we'll catch up with them later. Rexon, that's I don't know, a bunch of teams. Like 35 different teams didn't qual. See if we can find Ryan Tron here. Decent loadout, man. This is actually a really good loadout. I'm not sure, Fear. I don't know what happened with Z-Link, so. Decent loadout for both of them. All purple. Double fizz bombs. Can kind of go from there. Buzz and them still got to make their way in. Alessandro still got to make their way in. Kanata and Victor V finally rotating out of Sandy Strip. They're going for double pump. They do have the AR pistol. Kind of going from there. We looked at Trunk for a second, Bonanza. They're rotating in. They're rotating in slow though. We can check out Seal, because last time we saw them, they didn't really have much. They're still missing out on a good chunk of builds, materials, and then they have an empty item slot. So these guys got so much work to go, and they've already spent a lot of time in zone. So they have to be careful here. And they already have bandages and medkits. So the zone's pulling further and further away. They're rotating around for scraps, maybe going to Squibbly to hit the rift. But if they take too much time, they can find themselves either getting eliminated or getting beamed at the edge of the map. Check on Chase. What in the world? What in the world? We'll check Zeno in a moment. Ryan Tron just went down to Jerry. Called that one in the feed. His teammate is still going to be alive. Does get the reboot card. He's going to Shockwave out. It is a 1 tick for now. Gonna go to 2. So we should still see Ryan Tron back in this game. Jerry, these are the guys that did get that elimination. You can see why they were fighting below the damage threshold. And they're still below the damage threshold. So their fighting is not done just yet. A Shockwave, they fizz, but they find a way to get an elimination onto one. Haas does go down. Perfectly played for them to not only get the Elim, but the Siphon as well. Oh my god. They came in like a wrecking ball. Now they're above Surge. They get 2 more eliminations. And they're right there on the edge of zone. Perfectly played. Bumping Prado rotating in. 70 above. Vorks and Freeze trying to rotate in. 325. Good chunk of shields missing. Freeze just getting pressured out. Where is Vorks? He's nowhere in sight. They got separated. They're barely above the damage threshold, and now Vorks is by himself. It is still a 1 tick going into a 2 tick for now. So there is time on the board for Vorks to possibly get this reboot. Maybe he has to go back to Frigid Fortress, though, where there is some risk for them. But the other way, Spooky's here along with Seal. Again, 1 med kit. They have bandages. They're trying to use the rifts. They're trying to get over fast. But right now, I'm not sure if timing is on their side. Yo, Maven. I watched some of, now you made me remember. You made me remember. Now I gotta turn it back on. I watched some of it. Turn the volume down.
Yo, you watching WrestleMania also?
I'm about to pull it right back up right now, dude. Alright, Spooky Seal. Okay, Ryan Tron. Reboot is back in the game, but no HP. Uh-oh. On a 2 tick. He's trying to get some of the fizz. They might need to go for a double res. Ryan-Tron's going to go down again. Doesn't want to give up the free points. His teammate can no longer be a hero in this situation. It is going to move over to a 5-tick. So he has a lot of pressure on his shoulders to succeed here. 30 builds, still having to make his way in. And as soon as he does, he's going to have to go even further. But he is cracking shields right now. Yo, thank you again, Maven. Thank you, Jack Bonanza. This is game number 1. NA West, Suds and Coughs making it in on the side. 495 above the damage threshold. Crazy Alessandro. Ooh, bad shockwave for him. Good for his teammate, but he's moving ahead by himself. J Money is there, but he's just going to continue to bypass him. Realizing both of these teams still have to rotate the zone. There's really no time to waste, especially when the teams ahead of them are holding them out. Not going to be easy, but they do at least have some floppers. They do have some shield fish, so they do have the quick heals as well. But oh my god, somebody breaks into the box. Knight out of nowhere gets the knock onto one, and now he can't be the hero. He's getting all the loot dropped, knowing he has to go on by himself. We got a couple of solos left into this game early on in the top 36. Uh-oh. Burning through materials, having to drop down yet again. He does have one flopper, 2 bigs. 100 shield is going to be possible, but right now the momentum flowing against him is not on his side, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. Give us a chance to breathe here. J1 still alive. Minute and B-Dog. This team, if they were a team, I would think could win a game, but right now, Minute's going to be by himself, and he has the zip line, so you know game's not been going good for him. Uh-oh. Gotta at least try to get some points this game in terms of placement. Sees a player right in front, peeking through to the backside of zone. Quickly builds to protect himself, but he knows he has to continue going forward. Zukis and Zeno are being a nuisance up above. They already got their spot inside, but Minute does go down. Kind of messed up the cams there, but that's Scissor. That's Blood Gangsta. Huge flank for them. They're still not in the zone just yet. This is how we should have looked across. That's why we got Zeno, Zuki's on the high ground right now. Looking back, they're the ones causing terror from the backside of the zone. Oh, Kuvo's getting tagged up. Blood Gangsta trying to rotate in. He barely escapes with a sliver of HP. Zeno and Zuki's are parking the bus right now, so they really don't have to rotate far. Creep and Dom on the other side. They're basically trying to make an early claim for high ground. If it pulls in Zeno and Zuki's direction, they have it secured. If it pulls over towards Creep and Dom, they have it secured. Right now, for the most part, neither team pulling that zone. But for now, they're going to be able to maintain that high ground because Creep and Dom, they got the farthest pull out of the lobby. Maybe one other team down below, Larcos, might have a farther one, but they're quickly trying to rotate in. One of them does go down. Zeno gets another knock in the distance, gets another elimination. 3 so far. He's able to clean up that one on a Tamaki. Victor V, Kanata down below. Oh, trying to click. They're going to be able to get this win right now. $585 above the damage threshold. Victor V waiting for the green light with Kanata. You know, he will start to press forward. Resets that build, just trying to break it through. Everybody else using those shockwaves to make the early rotation, but they prioritize their position early on, so that way they can wait just like this. Rotate a little late. They're at the edge of zone as is, so they don't have to go far. We got Suds up above. Floor is going to get in. Suds peeking through the window. Kanata ready to fight back. It's that one piece up above that everybody's really fighting for, but you have to be careful because remember, somebody else is lurking underneath. Zone pulls back the other direction for Kanata and Victor V. Creep and Dom, they do have the Mythic up above. Huevos. Okay, thank you, Focake. Don't worry, Noah. 37 above, 507 16 above. Top 24, so placement points have barely start to set in. A couple teams have gone down. Dom, they need this surge to make the game a little bit easier, but only 4 players need to go down. It does look like Victor V does find themselves with another elimination here, bringing the body back so that way they can scoop up every morsel of that loot. Use it to propel themselves forward here in the shockwaves yet again. This is where Kanata's peeking through the cone, spotting out where to go next. Up the ramp, through the tunnel, underneath. Choices. Right now, they're just going to go for the effect. They don't want a shockwave. Leave themselves vulnerable to getting tagged up. They realize high ground could pressure at any moment. Kanata takes the first shot. But luckily for them, less than 40 players. Storm Surge not going to be a worry anymore. Creep and Dom going to be underneath. Lyric is here. Quickly gets pressured by Jules, but only for a quick second. These are all the teams that are close by one another. Have to be careful. Zone pulling just northwest of Frigid Fortress. DZR still alive along. Oh, Dom trying to move up. Gets caught on the zip line. Zeno, Zuki's, they're on the high ground. They're putting down pressure, really not wanting to let anybody feel free in this game here. Illy even trying to break in on the backside of the zone, but they defend that one easily. Zuki's reconnects along with Zeno on the front side of the zone. Illy and Youngin, they disengage away from Creep and Dom to steal the spot in the front. This is where you have to be careful. We're going up the side of the mountain, so the different elevation changes means if you're not prepared, you got to have the builds. Creep and Dom, backside of zone. Kanata lands a good first shot. Zone doing a bunch of damage as well. Victor V gets the edit open, slides him into the box, and cleans up that elimination. That's 3 so far for them. Top 18, staggering themselves back. They're willing to sacrifice the HP because they know they have the splashes. They know they have the slap pizza. They know they have the extra HP to really make this one worth it. Now the shockwave coming in from 2 different sides. You combine that with the fizz. Now they're making a play for the high ground. Zeno taking a lot of the attention. Zunu's hoping to cover a lot of the focus, but they get it stolen away. It's been secured by Victor V and Kanata, but Kanata's already looking down to see what's next. It's in the backside of the zone that you really have to worry. Zeno and Zuki's, but also up above, Jules, CZR, they make a play for the high ground. Already 3 teams all battling it out. So Kanata and Victor V, Geronimo, they give that one up easy. They don't want to fend for their lives up above, especially since they are running out of builds. Zeno and Zuki's, though, it's a challenge that I think they're ready for. They solidify the high ground. They drop down, though, knowing that they cannot continue to maintain that distance up above. Zuki's ready to join the fray. They're quickly running out of builds. Top 8 situation, almost everybody left alive as a teammate, but Zeno and Zuki's, the pressure for the high ground, it's just relentless, but this time Zuki's takes all the pain. Zeno as well. Eliminations getting stolen away by Victor V, who once again gets back-to-back eliminations. He's now on 7 with the team having 8. Kanata shockwaving to the front, once again controlling the tempo of this game. They have to deal with the pressure for the high ground, but that one's easy. They find another open opportunity. Down goes Echo. They tame to take over NA West as Kanata finds his 3rd elimination of the game. The team is already in double digits. Vert, a solo, getting pressured by Kanata, but oh no, he goes down. But that's another elimination for Victor V and Kanata, but it's Keen and Zaire. They stole away the high ground. They stole away the moment, and they take their spot in finals. So, like, I don't even know. I give shout outs to the broadcast to being able to, like, watch all that high ground going on all at once. Oh. I got a new keyboard, so my escape button is different. Told you Kanata and then we're going to get first place consistency. I told you. Keen and Zaire. 9 eliminations, first place. Only 22 spots left. Only 22 spots left. He's gonna qual in 1 game without... Alright. I like it. You think Kanata sold on purpose or not? I don't know. I might have just been in a tough situation. I don't know. Alright, Snakes. We'll see if you got it. We got a replay. We definitely do got a replay. We gotta time them accordingly. You know what I mean? Let me see. Next game, just so you guys know. 3 minutes. 3 minutes till next game. 3 or so minutes. 3 or so minutes. Why is Kanata not going best PO? I swear, like wonky land. I think Victor V's already been landing Sandy. Victor V and Arc already had it uncontested, so I think he just kind of filled Arc's shoes there for the most part. So Spooky's winning a game. Crow. Okay, okay. Let's see if you're right. Dude, I tell you, Kanata and Victor V are getting first place in consistency. I don't know if they're winning a game today, but it's not because they aren't good enough to win a game. It's just because practice, you know? I don't think they need it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Vic on 0 delay, bro. I'm telling you, they're I'm not gonna say they're winning the whole thing, because what is there to win? You know what I'm saying? But they're kind of winning the whole thing. I'm pretty sure they're already qualified. You got any grand predictions already? Is it too early? I think Kanata and Victor V are the team to beat right now. Unless some NA West shenanigans happens, which is possible because it's NA West. You know, they're already qualified. You know, they're going to Summit. Kanata and Vic, I think, are decent enough to actually be a central team. Still another team, and why not play out the 5 game? Exactly. The win clip is posted. Is that from Kanata's POV or Vic's? Let me see. Has to be Victor, right? Boom, boom, boom. All right, we got 2 minutes or 1 minute. Oh, then why you said the win clip is posted? Oh, from Keenan Zaire. I'm stupid, bro. Honestly, I casted that like it was him. Oh, well. Bro, there is no clip! Alright, my bad. I didn't mean to yell. Alright, let's watch the replay of the win. I got the win replay. How about that? I got the win replay. So we're going to watch that replay, and when we come back, we're going directly into game 2. No loading time. Let's go. Let's keep it flowing. Up above, especially since they are running out of builds. Xeno and Zuki's, though, it's a challenge that I think they're ready for. They solidify the high ground. They drop down, though, knowing that they cannot continue to maintain that distance up above. Zuki's ready to join the fray. They're quickly running out of builds. Top 8 situation. Almost everybody left alive as a teammate, but Xeno and Zuki's, the pressure for the high ground, it's just relentless. But this time, Zuki's takes all the pain. Xeno as well. Eliminations getting stolen away by Victor V, who once again gets back-to-back eliminations. He's now on 7 with the team having 8. Kanata shockwaving to the front, once again controlling the tempo of this game. They have to deal with the pressure for the high ground, but that one's easy. They find another open opportunity. Down goes Echo. They tame to take over NA West as Kanata finds his 3rd elimination of the game. The team is already in double digits. Vert, a solo, getting pressured by Kanata, but oh no, he goes down. But that's another elimination for Victor V and Kanata. But it's Keen and Zaire. They stole away the high ground. They stole away the moment. So my FORTNITE crashed. My FORTNITE crashed. That's my fault. Why do you hate this format? This format gives more people a chance than the old format. Let me get the replay code again. There we go. What teams for anyways do you think will make the Summit land? Kanata, Epic, Baka, Phoenix. Those would be 4 off the top of my head. But Baka and Pars, I have a ton of work. They're probably at the bottom of that list actually. All right, do we watch the off spawns or we just go here so we have no delays? Let me know. I'm going here for now. Have you seen all the debate about the Paris wheel at Wonkyland being too busted? I have, but does my opinion matter, you know? Go straight up here. They got to knock on the 1. They get the elim. Compton's trying to get away. Tamaki's trying to get away. Echo and Vert no longer. It doesn't look like they're no longer contested here. What do you think? I'm curious. I do think if the fizz effect doesn't work with other things around the map, then obviously something isn't necessarily coded the same, which kind of makes it unfair. But at the same time, it's an effect that's intended with the Ferris wheel. I don't know. Alright, so they got the boss on one side. Is Ryan Tron down? Extreme went off spawn. Okay, we'll do checks on some of the people in the POIs. They didn't win off spawn, but they do got uncontested. Wonky, Commander K Denvar up towards the top. Crank and Tunes moving in from the north. Zeno's still here. Creeping Dom still alive at middle. Raptor just went down. So whoever told me to check him out, I'm sorry we didn't get the chance right now. Make Summit land. Bosch, I don't remember. I was like, what, like 3 or 4 or something like that? I don't know off the top of my head. Alright. Dom's making a play for the boss. Creep is well on his way. They're going to give that one up on the south side of Dominion. New Sanctuary's good. No big fights going on over there. There's no fights actually going on around the map right now. Raggun and Slicksies. I really thought this team would win a game, and right now, I don't even know what to say. Getting sprayed at from across the map. He doesn't even take the big pot, so Ratgun is literally a few shots away from going down. 3 summit spots? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Wheat. Crew General Wheat. I think it should move it so you can only fly with it, even if you remember it's still going to be busted. I think I'm trying to think, like, because you can run through it and it shoots you through. The fizz is the low grab. The overdrive is the overdrive. You're combining all 3. I don't see a problem with that necessarily. You're not. All 3 of those things are being used as intended. I don't know if that makes sense. Victor V and Kanata, good off spawn. Seal and Spooky actually moved to the other side of the map this time around. Something like that, Velo. That's why I said the NA West shenanigans. Spooky Seal have a much better loadout this time around. They're much healthier and they have much more materials than before. What's his name? Hawsey and Rex. Farming the metal underneath, but this is where they got to be careful. Pipotron and Evolved are going to start to rotate on over. Even though they don't have a direct line of sight, they're moving in that direction. All they need is noise. A little bit of an advantage. Right now, it looks like they're just going ahead and trying to shock onto Pearl. Go ahead and trying to get some damage in. No success there yet for Evolved. In fact, he gets full boxed up except for the top. Pipotron trying to alleviate the pressure from up above. A little bit of a misstep there. Misses the edit. But they trade shots, but both of them miss yet again. Pipotron, Evolved, choose against continuing this fight. They had the upper hand. They had the advantage. They got a little bit of shots to connect, but no overarching advantage here. So they can't keep pressing the fight. Okay, not bad, not bad. Continue to look around. These are all the guys kind of farming underneath. Nobody's really going to make a play there. Lux at the top. Buzz underneath. Ryan Tron is down again. Jules rotating. Hopefully go to the side. Let's go and check on Scissor. Scissor and Bud Gangsta. I used to think this guy's name was Psy Razor. Psy Razor, but it's Scissor. I still don't understand to this day, but... Time Victory win Grands. Will this make Victor the youngest FNC winner in NA? I don't know. You can see how get on 26 doesn't sound a little too overpowered. The problem is, right, just because it's overpowered doesn't inherently mean it's unfair. Because then we gotta have a whole different discussion about past FNCSs. Somebody wanted to watch APAR before. Cops and Suds here. Go on the other side. Shelly's here. This is Cops and Suds on the other side. What's up, M Busy? Hey, good for him to actually move through that window and switch positions, because even if they spray through, break the ramp and the wall, they're not going to find APAR here. But this is just one of those almost zero-win fights, because they're going to spend a lot of time here where they could be getting surge, position in zone, anything else. They're going to be using ammo. They're going to be using materials. If they do land shots, they're going to be using shields. I understand, like, the surge, but, you know, this is Kanata seats. Did you see what the cube did in Sandy NAC yesterday? Yo, I did, Velo, and for some reason, when I was casting that... Oh, my God. I did not see that one coming. APAR goes down to fall damage. Cops and Suds actually chop the whole building down. He chopped himself? Even worse. Kanata and Vic still in Sandy. Don't have to move. Essentially already qualified. 89 points. We'll see at the end of the day if 89 is qualified. Back on Slicksy's coming in from the top. Gabig still up above. Finally getting the reboot. Yeah, on to Susie. Making sure nobody's around first. And that's where they're going to get that free reboot back. But it does look like Hearn and them hear all this noise. For some reason, they're not necessarily jumping back there, but they're staying around to go ahead and do that. The wheel strat, you know? Let's see leaderboard check. Actually, that's what we can do. Vert, no echo, actually. Let's try and see this, how he survives. Normally, how much is Grand Squall? I don't remember last FNCS because it was trios, so I mean that wouldn't be accurate either way. But it's top 23. I don't know if they can remove it before Grands, but they can do whatever they want. It's Fortnite. That's the thing. Remember cactuses? 28 after game 5, though? What do you mean, Trezzy? Is that trios? 5 games NA West glitch, but it's 23 teams make it in. 5 through game wins, and then whatever the math is, 18 or so are the consistencies. No, it's 23 total, Trezzy. 5 and 18. Alright, so they're going to have to wait to rotate in. Bonham still in. Rat Gun rotating in as well. Finally trying to have a spot. Moving down from the north side of the map. They fell a little short. Got at least 22 points so far. Or they got 6. They got 22 points in game 1. Thought it was 50. Dominic, so EU and Central is 3 heats, 15 per heat, 5 in LCQ. In NA West, it's 23 per heat, only 2 heats, and 4 through LCQ. West, OCE, Brazil. Yeah. Not bad. Just taking control early on towards Sandy. You got Kanata and Victor V on the other side. Inside of Sandy. Seal and Spooky on the outside. Pipotron still having to make his way in. Tamaki and Freeze making their way in. It does look like... Do we have a reboot for Vert. Does look like Vert is going to go for the reboot here soon onto Echo. Over towards Painted Palms, away from everybody else. Storm Surge does appear. Let's go ahead and check out Minute and B-Dog. 3 points in game 1. Not the performance they had hoped, but using the Shockwave, using the Fizz. They're trying to just cover distance fast. Only 156 above the damage threshold. Like, only imagine the opportunities they get from where they land. So it's probably hasn't been a bad game for them so far. I think Kanata was playing with Donnie, and I don't think it was like their drop spot. I don't know the exact story. I don't pay too much attention to the drama, even though I should now. I'm about to start keeping my ear to the ground. Top 23, 111, Asia 101, Middle East 99. So that means West is probably going to be like 120, 110. Dang, they're not even in yet either. Oh no, they are just getting lobby focused in the backside of the zone. Multiple teams, and they're on the line for Storm Surge. B-Dog getting pressed, even teams from up above. Oh no, when you get chosen, you get chosen. The price is definitely not right here, but it does look like things are going to slow down momentarily. They get some splashes off and a chance to breathe finally. But now they're 18 below, 43 below, and it's active surge. Uh-oh. Oh, bad first Shockwave. They don't go flying. They get tagged up yet again. 42. You know they're going to drop further here. B-Dog accidentally pops Minute up. Another strike of Storm Surge every 7 seconds. 25 damage. They're 69 below, but more shots continue to land. B-Dog actually goes down. Storm Surge takes. Minute falls as well. Disaster strikes again for B-Dog in Minute in back-to-back games. Uh-oh. For B-Dog in Minute, time is running out. It's a low point threshold. You got to take advantage of it before. They've done it before. Moves to the before. Remember the Grands. Peterbot switch drops off from demons to boxcars, I think. I was talking about remember the cactuses, bro. That's what I said. Remember the cactuses? I can stream on monitor the Aussie stream on TV next to me, so I watch both my favorite streamers at the same time. Well, that's lit, bro. Just pop open everybody. Get like 30 tabs going. Support the whole Fortnite community. Uh-oh. He doesn't have storm sickness. He doesn't have storm sickness. Gabix was alive by himself as a solo for 4 days, 23 hours, 6 minutes, and 22 seconds. So, like, of course, he's going to go down. So, Susie, 49 points, though. This isn't, like, a terrible situation to be in. Now it is. 25 above the damage threshold. Hey, could be worse. Barco's OC 136 below the damage threshold. Active surge yet again. Active surge. Looking across, Vert and Echo. They finally made it back on. Larco's in OC. I mean, active surge. They're eating the surge right now. They're literally just eating the tick after tick after tick. 61 below. OC trying to get shots to connect. Every 7 seconds, again, just the amount of damage they're eating here. Just hoping to try to survive this wave of Storm Surge. X tries to move through. Lyric trying to move through. No shots really connected coming out of Larco's. 115 below. It's hurting. It's falling further and further. One shot's going to connect onto Soul. OC trying to do the same thing. Susie gets spotted out as a solo. Medkit getting canceled, but no shot's going to connect. OC is one strike away from getting eliminated. He's going to fall. Larco's working around, trying to find any opportunity he can, but he's going to fall as well, and Susie goes down. They get Thanos snapped out of existence by Storm Surge. Okay. 667 above, not bad. Hilly here. 221 above the damage threshold. 63 points so far. Not a bad spot to be in. Trying to 301 AM right now. I'm here watching Cast Anyways Heats while Ozzy playing ranked Apex Legends with Reet and Slepsy. Yo, Apex is actually a pretty fun game. And their format is absolutely insane. Can't wait for EWC's match play format. That's going to be cinema Fortnite. I promise you, that's going to be one of the most entertaining finals of Fortnite in the history of the game. Promise. Trying to see who else is still alive right now. Vanilla's still in the game. Only 58 above the damage threshold. 15 players do need to go down before Storm Surge. No longer a thing in these games. Jules, Caesar rotating underneath the bridge. Just trying to go from point A to point B. But they get spotted out by Dom. Cleaned up by Vanillas. Just a bad beat there for them. But at least his teammate is still left alive. Chance to clutch up here as a solo. 172 now for Vanillas. Who's Shawan? Shawan. Oh, more pressure coming in. They just get jumped on. Same thing they just did to one gets done to them. CZR was right below. That was Jules' teammate. They used the overdrive simply for the effect. Not necessarily trying to put themselves into the open, flying through the sky, especially since that one of them gets tagged up. Having to reinforce their position as Storm Surge activates yet again. They fall 31 below. Almost gets the drop and the beat onto one. Tries to edit through. Pressure coming in from the other side. They're handling this well, but they still need to find the opportunities to get damage. One AR shot to connect. Good shotgun shot to connect. That's going to be found here, but not only deals the damage, he takes a good chunk of damage himself. 66 below. Gotta listen for the overdrive grenade. Spots out Nut, spots out Teakling. Gets a little bit of damage to connect, but still not enough to get above the damage threshold. 69 below, 90 below now, falling further and further. Only 7 people need to go down, though, before Storm Surge does deactivate. Looking towards their right. Trying to see any team that plans to use the shockwaves to rotate out. It's Seal, it's Spooky down below. They're the ones that are getting a little bit of the attention, but they cannot keep focused for too long. They have to rotate, and before everybody else does, a couple more shots are going to connect. Finally, they get a moment to breathe. They're in the triple digits, 100 above the damage threshold. For Cops and Suds, they've been up. It's all about, can they close the game out? A couple players flying through the sky. See who's on the high ground for now. It is going to be Chase. It is going to be Bean. Don't know who that is, but hey, but today's a chance for all of us to find out. Almost the same zone as NA Central here. Rotating on over. They're going to be able to hold the high ground much longer. Launchpad just in case, but they have to be careful. Teams positioning themselves underneath. Just make sure Bean is holding off. Kops the second height along with Yusuf. This is what garnering a lot of the attention coming out from Chase. Waiting to see where the next zone actually goes. Ooh, it pulls off in this direction. So we're going back on over towards the road. Going to stop short of the actual road as Ryan Tron trying to go up over, claim a little bit of position up above, staying away from the madness that is the low ground. Trying to make up for that last game. That's what's important. Victor V and Kanata, they've already qualified. They got their spot secured. Oh, another shot going to connect on the silencer. Victor V not able to stop just yet. He has to use the splashes, waiting for the siphon to come in. That's what he needs to stay alive just a little bit longer. The back edge of this zone, Kanata as well, but he's using his shockwaves early. He doesn't have the siphon, so he has to dig into his pocket, eat lunch early. The pizza's coming out as he drops down below, repositions himself up in front, reunites with Victor V, but has to be careful because depending on where this zone goes, it might go up and over that mountain, especially with the whole team pressuring on the other side and no HP to regain from Victor V. It's going to be tough, but they see somebody caught off guard on the other side. Blunksakes goes down. Victor V strikes again. This kid is on an absolute terror, dominating the lobby one at a time, just sending him right back to the lobby. Here's somebody underneath. Quickly turns around. Luckily for them, they go ahead and disengage. Rat Gun goes down. Slicksy's up above. He's left by himself, trying to find the Elim onto Yusuf for the siphon. He gets it in time, but not enough to survive the pressure of Lux, who gets the elimination in the backside of his own. Quickly uses the shockwave to reposition in the front side. He has to be careful. Fuzz and Blink, they're the ones underneath. They're putting pressure. Jerry is a solo as well. Ryan Tron does go down. Teammate left alive, trying to handle the pressure. Top 10 situation here. Beans here as a solo. So many solos actually left alive in this game. whoever the duos are might be the strongest one, as Victor V and Kanata strike again his 7th elimination. Back-to-back 7+ elimination games for Victor V as an individual here to start off Heat 1 for NA West. And this is a team that's looking the strongest going into the actual grand finals. Trade shots with Suds on the other side. Kanata makes sure to break the box. Healing is going to be the utmost important. Big Pots Fizz, both of them being popped off, but the zone is now coming in. Victor V, he loses sight of his teammate. Kanata staggering himself back just a little bit too far. He goes down, leaving Victor in a 1v6 situation. Trade shots with Suds, but he instantly does go down. He gets taken down as well. Cops is going to fall. There might be only one duo left in this game, and that's Blink and Fuzz. Everybody else down below is stuck as solos. The mountain is going in play, and there it goes. Not even a chance to finish the rest of the game out. Blink and Fuzz have just qualified with 6 eliminations. It's terrible casting, though. I'm gonna be 100% honest there. That was game 2, Velo. We're going into game 3. Yeah, Brink, I don't control those, dude. I'm sorry. It's just on a timer. The only way to change it is to increase the ad time, and then it delays when the ad comes. I could do that, but I don't like having ads because, you know, Convict finished his last year in high school, so he can't find the time to play comp this season. But he and Vanillas posted, then went on a skiing holiday. Aww, that's awesome, dude. That's Haju. Okay, thank you though, Josh. That was not bad. I thought it was questionable. At the least. What's up, Comment? How you doing? What's up, Mole Rat? Alright, let's look at the leaderboard. I totally forgot there was a leaderboard. Where's the leaderboard? All right, Blink and Fuzz make it in. Keenan Zaire won game 1. Victor V and Kanata already 66 points ahead of second place. They already got their spot in final secured. They would have qualified Central with this points. Yo, Velo, I'll play it again, brother. Don't worry. Right before we get into the next game, I always play them. I'm trying to add one, so I missed the end. You can't rate it. I don't touch it, bro. Here, this is what I'll do. It's gonna end up getting more, if that makes sense. So they run every 18 minutes. Now it's gonna go every 27 and a half, but it's more ads there. That's the only way to change when it pops up. But I did that just for you. Just for you. Raygun's my 3rd in grands. He's been playing so many finals on OC this year. He's underrated. I thought they were going to win a game. Honestly, you know, their game 1, 24th. They kind of make up for it with 13 with 10 elims. So I was kind of starting to get worried for him. But actually seeing the results, seeing where they're at in the leaderboard, I can actually breathe. I can actually breathe. But don't worry, though. We always have replays for the next games. You know what I mean? We always have replays, so you'll always see the ending of the game. I just need to know when to time it based off when the next game is. And right now, it seems like the next game is taking some time to start. Maybe not. I don't know. I hope B-Dog quals. I think Minut's pretty good. Top what to call. So 5 players that win the games, just like every other heats and region. 5 players win the game, and then it's top 18 in consistency. Top 18. So it's 23 teams today, 23 teams tomorrow, and then 4 in LCQ on Tuesday. And we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back for LCQ as well here, watching West, seeing all the teams that qualify. When is the next game, bro? What the heck? So it started. It's just not showing up on Fortnite tracker. Okay, let me close Fortnite tracker. Let me reopen it. It's not popping up on Fortnite tracker. Why does Made for stream anyway? I can't answer that question. I don't know. That I don't know. Just trying to get the code. For some reason, it's not popping up. What the heck? There's the 2 replay codes. Anybody want to help out with a replay code for this? Because for some reason it's not. How do I cast the heats? You get the replay code, you know, and then kind of go from there. Set up a stream. I'm just trying to figure out why the game isn't showing up on the Fortnite tracker. Anymore. Because that's how I get my codes, is Fortnite tracker. Second worst region? Bro, you gotta slow down with that. It's definitely not the second worst region. Bro, where is the replay code? Trying to go to the other website. Okay, tournaments. West. Leaderboard. Dude, what the heck? This is the worst thing ever. Because I'm refreshing it. And no, there's no replay code. Bro, how do I get this off my screen? There we go. There's no replay code. And I go into Siren and I don't see a replay code. Well, looks like that's it, y'all. I can't get a replay code. No one has died yet. That's false. No, because I'm watching Kanata stream. I see 87 people in the lobby. You sent replay code? Oh, where? Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me see if this is actually it. I don't think they banned it. I think it just got like auto modded, by the way. MVP. MVP. Yo, thank you, Shots. Thank you, Hez. I don't know how to turn that off, but I'll allow it, you know, so it does pop up. 3 minutes late. I'm so done with this, bro. Why did Fortnite tracker die? Does anybody know? Oh. Already losing his off-spawn fight. Susie's just trying to go ahead and put pressure. Gabix is there. Remember, Gabix is the one who went down to storm sickness last game. I would say that, yeah, that's a good point. I would say that's a good point. All the best West players left. We're like, you know, we're like rebuilding. We're like an NBA team where our superstar left and we're in a rebuilding phase. Over towards the south. No real fights there anymore. Dark Dominion still here. Frigid Fortress looking good. Let's go ahead and check down the leaderboard right now. 161 points. Such a lead. That's good, Exo. Hopefully it smells and you have to smell it. He's just dead. Okay. Good job for sending. Yo, thank you, Josh. Thank you, Jake. This is game 3, though, by the way. If anybody's wondering, this is game 3 of NA West. Can you check Mountain? I can. You want Larcos? You want OC? Yo, I felt good. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's check the other team on the mountain. I can't even pronounce some of these names. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, go ahead, Milk or Mick. I don't know why I called you Milk, but Mick. Mike? Is your name Mike or Mick? First one is Mike. Second one is Mick. Victor V and Kana. Oh, we gonna have a crash out? Are we crashing out on the lobby right now? 30 bomb, please. No? Never mind. Never mind. Go ahead and check on Creep and Dom. 28 points so far. Some of the teams here that I thought would actually have a much better performance have not been performing that well. Yeah, Hyper, I'll be there. Where's he at, Rapid? Almost over at the bottom. Rex rotating through. Lux and Yusuf stuck underneath. Doesn't get the wall stolen. Quickly backs out. Repositions. Yusuf has no time to heal. He's been getting pressured this entire time since he took damage. First splash coming out. He needs to follow up. There is a big just in case. Do they hold pressure here, or are they going to disengage? It looks like they are going to try to back off. They don't want to be caught in the open trying to find another team where third parties can come in. It's all right, Ryan, bro. It's all right. Is this the team that's last? I mean, there's a few teams that are last. You're fine, bro. You're already qualled, bro. You got 6. Oh, if you go down here and don't play the rest of the games and qual with 6, 7 points, I'm here for it. Going to look around. Silencer, Pearl, Compton, Icy, Devry. Literally got 3 teams lurking around Humble Hills. First time I've ever seen this. Trying to refarm, grab some metal, go from there. Where's Vert at? Rat guns at the top. You said Teakling. Let's check out Teakling, and then we're gonna go to Echo and Vert. I think so, Shots, but I also think those same players wouldn't be looked at in the same way that they are now because it is still NA West. Because, like, Higgs can be Higgs, Poyo can be Poyo, right? And even Bolts, they could all be as good as they are now. If they were on NA West, nobody would give them that same respect. So, I mean, I think they made the right decision. Splated, where are they at? After we check out Echo, who's down by a solo. Going for the reboot on Divert. Does have the pizzas for the HP, but has to be careful. Shark, Seal, Teak, all nearby. Ooh, actually doesn't want to open up the pizza yet. I do like this idea. Seal's spooky. Give away their position. Trying to land some shots on Divert, which gives up information to Echo to play a little bit more careful. Go, Echo. Alright. Save the game. Let's get him right back into it. J-Money's pushing on over. Off, Spark, Apar, Shelly. Yeah, dude. Let's check their loot right now. Knight and Raptor. Not the best loot. We have a Fizz and Splashes, which is good. It's mainly the Bandit. Never mind. Forget what I was saying. Yeah, forget what I was saying, dude. They have good loot. So damn, Echo still plays. I think if they didn't make the switch, they would all find a different game or move like they did. Yeah, I think they would, if they didn't switch, they would still be playing Fortnite, but I don't think they would have the same notoriety as they do, even if they were the same skill level, if that makes sense. Yeah, see, it just, like Peterbot could be Peterbot on West, and people would be like, ah, but it's West. All right. Really don't even know who to watch here. Everybody's just kind of boxed up. Good early eliminations. Cleared out a good chunk of space. Obviously, there's some late teams still trying to make it in. Commander K. Denbar just kind of get tagged up. Probably from the mountain right behind him. Echo is basically Peterbot and West. No, I wouldn't say that personally, but it's just me, in my opinion. Echo and Vert are back up, though. One shotgun bullet. Encrypted did win, didn't he? From 22nd or 23rd place to grand finals. I remember. They're waiting for the launch pad right now. Uh-oh. Are they going to try to use the same launch pad here? This is the long launch pad, y'all. I know most of the people in here probably already know that, but just in case people on the Fortnite stream don't know, and maybe you're peeking here for a long time, this launch pad takes you further, takes you farther, especially with the Flowberry Fizz. So, this is why you see a lot of the teams landing Latte landing wait as long as they do before they rotate on out. Did he hear it? I'm not sure if he heard it. They kept the slurp truck there back behind. Spooky's trying to play safe. What's the goal here? Echo's working back along with Vert. Uh-oh, everybody wants to use the launch pad. Isn't it so good to know? Yeah, this one, yeah. That's why you'll see Reet be on this launch. But any team landing Latte will do what Clicks does, what Acorn does, what Pete does. If the zone pulls far away, they'll wait a couple of those early zones and then use this with the Flowberry Fizz to go further and farther than a regular launch pad with a Fizz. And they're both regular launch pads. But it's not a regular, you know what I mean? What? I'm about to say, Slixies, what are you doing? Looked like he was about to start to push that. Extra pizza down underneath. Chug jugs. Extra pizza. I wonder if it's worth it because of this launch pad to take maybe 2 pizzas and one of them drop their shocks. I don't know. You never know. You never know. I'm just waiting to see this launch pad so you can kind of see it, Leilani. But they're just waiting because they got all the time in the world here. I think they have one as well, if I remember correctly. Just a matter if you use it. Oh. Overdrive. Fizz. And you go out of render distance. And now you're seeing how, like, Reet and Cooper, for example, have been making the rotations they're making on heats today. Same thing. It's the launch pads up here. Now the secrets have been exposed. Go ahead and use them. And then it should be another, you know, you guys already know this one. Falling Grand's guaranteed money. Oh, to me, it's like You fought through some of the best duos in the world to make grands. I like it as well. It should be top heavy, though. It should be top heavy. Just my opinion. Ratgun still trying to make it in from the backside of the zone. The launch pad only takes you so far before you have to travel with shockwaves and on foot. They're going to go ahead and use that first one instantly. They don't want to be caught staggered back with the rest of the players making a similar rotation. They see Evolved right in front. Other teams trying to put damage there. Another shockwave coming out. Use it before you lose it. Just trying to cover distance quickly so they're not the last team on the edge of zone being held out. Pax goes down, but he did get one elim. Pressure coming in from up above. Tough situation to be in. Still looking around. Xeno and Zukis. We got double chugs. We do got the fizz bomb, but we're down below the damage threshold. Zukis finds a quick couple of tags. That one's going to connect, but his teammate goes down. I believe is that active surge. He got straight eliminated instantly. Goes around the corner. Oh my God. Back-to-back shots from Zukis, but instantly gets shut down by Freeze and Vorks. Oh my God. That was looking close. Freeze and Vorks, 0 points. First couple of games, unless there's some sort of a bug. They got 9 points here, 3 elims. It's all coming from this game. Is Vert still alive? Somebody is. Vert is, yep. Echo with the storm sickness warning. Vert makes it in. Pizzas. 76 points. I mean, they already qualified. It's just, do you win a game? At least top 40 or top 38, because he just went down. Top 38. I wouldn't post links in here. Is it going to be 90 points? No. You're right. I blame you for that one. See, we wouldn't have watched him. He would have been fine. We wouldn't have watched him. He would have been fine. You made us watch him. Works. Freeze. They had a lot of time to make up here, but 52 above. They find a sweet spot inside of the zone. Jules and Caesar, 241 above. Peopotron on the other side. Caesar gets the knock, but Peepo is just trying to crawl away. Duck, dodge, dive, dip. Played a little bit of dodgeball in your life. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Hearn just trying to break into the box on the other side. Suds by himself. Another solo run. He almost goes a little bit too high into another box. 62 above. Next zone instantly going to fall 115 and even further. Shockwaves up, trying to catch him off guard. No shot's going to connect, but quickly sliding and gliding around, trying to do what he can to find any bit of success. But another shot is going to connect onto Suds. Running out of big pots means there's a maximum amount of shield and HP he's going to achieve in this game. Epic Pump are tomorrow. Yo, the 10 bits. Thank you so much, Mick. Uh-oh. Active surge right now for Suds. He's popping mini after mini here, hoping to survive until a right opportunity crosses his path, so that way he can try to make a play. Less than 20 builds remain. He's already trying to make his move forward because he's not in the zone either. If things didn't go from bad to worse, they definitely did now, because now he's getting pressured from underneath, burning through his materials. Tries to land the first shot onto OC. Back-to-back misses as Larko and OC quickly wrap up that exchange and get further into this game. Top 28 situation here. No placement points just yet, just eliminations so far. Tunes and Crank, 504 above the damage threshold. Raptors here along with Knight, 242 above the damage threshold. Then we got Apar and Shelly. Is this Shelly or Chalet? Blood Gangsta gets tagged up. That's big damage right there, and that's Zone do the rest. He gets knocked, not able to really secure the actual elimination. He's more concerned about the positioning here and quickly putting that thing to use as he reunites with APAR. They get themselves into the same box, and now they have a moment to breathe here. Get the med kits off, get up to 200 effective shield and HP, or as close to it as possible. Trying to see who's still left in this game. Got Scissor still alive, making another solo run here. Trunk, Cougar still left alive. Caesar still left alive. Victor V along with the Mythic up in this game, trying to dominate the low ground. So far, Victor V has had back-to-back 7 or more eliminations as an individual. Both of them getting multiple eliminations, double digits one of the games, to see if he can continue the hot streak. The dominating run he's been on so far. 172 points. Probably the most dominant team in NA West as of now. Slixie's down on the other side. Kanata and Victor V trying to spray through with the Mythic. That's going to be easy. That elimination gets cleaned up. They're just trying to go for the loot. Almost maxed out on materials here. Just Kanata popping that first shockwave, just getting the effect, so that way they can rotate through. Fully protected here thanks to the resources he just got after that elimination that they found. And he's still going on the offensive, trying to claim the whole layer. Victor V gets flanked. That's Creep on the backside of their box as he gets taken down. Kanata returning to the scene of the crime, gets that elimination, but somehow, some way, I don't know if that was Dom, Creep, or who, but that elimination escaped through the bottom of these builds. That's Dom going for a heroic play, trying to get his teammate back up into the game, but that one gets cleaned up by Cougar nonetheless. Dom gets cleaned up shortly after. He tries to be the hero, ends up the 0. He gets sent back to the lobby right before placement points start to set in. This is where every team that does go down, you get more and more placement points for your efforts. This is where it's going to get tough for anybody else here. These guys are essentially stealing away loot. Or not loot, but stealing away points from everybody else on the leaderboard. Gonna skew it just a little bit of how many points you actually need to get as Chase and Bean somehow get the high ground here. Shots are gonna connect. They're pressuring onto that second height. Soul's down below. Team still in the backside of the zone. He sees the Fizz. That's not where he's at, but they're just double checking, making sure there's no flanks coming through. That's a huge part of how people get shockwaved on in these end games, that they're still just trying to go ahead and play this as precise as possible, targeting out second height each and every time, forcing them further and further away. Rat Gun trying to get in from point A to point B. Another solo run here as Chase does go down. Bean, he loses cost here, and this is where he's trying to make a play by himself. Shockwaves inside of the zone, reconnects, uses every single build, hoping the zone continues to move in this direction, but tick, 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 tick. That's HP going right out the window. You gotta wonder if it was worthwhile, because now he has just 20 HP, 70 shield. He is one shot away from going down. But you can see so many of the solo players feeling the same pressure here as Knight finally gets taken down by Victor V, who's at 5 eliminations, 7 as a team. Remember, back-to-back games already with 7+ eliminations. They are running the pockets of the players in this lobby, taking the lunch money as we speak. Just because they don't have a win doesn't mean anything, but Victor V slows his roll just a little bit. Big shot coming in, and luckily for them, zone goes back in their favor. Pearl, Gabix, Rat Gun, a good chunk of the lobby here as solos, as Larcos and OC finally reunite, but they're getting smushed further and further down and finally spotted out by Kanata and Victor V. For Larcos and OC, this could be the best chance to qualify here. You're a strong duo making it to the end game, but Victor V gets flanked. Kanata gets left by himself, and now he gets taken down. The streak of 7 elims per game for Victor V has ended. He's stuck on 6. And now we have a few duos left in this game. Jules, Caesar. We got Cougar and Trunk. Essentially, when it comes to the points, over 100 points for Cougar and Trunk. They've all but qualified. The win could be the cherry on top, as Jules and Caesar just trying to narrowly escape down below. One of them gets caught out. Jules being left by himself. OC and Larco's trying to take advantage of the position they're in, and they do so perfectly. Getting the elim onto Jules, dropping it down to a 2v2. OC gets up, but he gets sent right back to the lobby. Larco's by himself, 50 on the Chug Jug. Not sure what that's really going to be worth, because now the pressure's coming in. Trunk drops the Fizz Bomb. All he's really missing is the shield, so he has the time here with the pressure coming out from both of them to try to get as much shield as possible. The inevitable will happen. They will have to clash to try to get him out of this lobby, because Larco's 50 on the Chug Jug, using the Shockwave to get up, plays the flank, gets shot up. Trunk and Cougar have done it with over 100 points. They qualified for the FNCS finals on NA West. And what that has essentially done is moved up the leaderboard. They moved up the leaderboard here. Thank God the leaderboard updates. But Trunk and Cougar, Victor V and Kanata, almost a 100-point lead. Raygun and Slixies, 141. Basically qualified. Jules and Caesar, basically qualified. Vanilla and Hajus, basically qualified. Susie and Gabix, basically qualified. And then we got Hilly and Youngin, OC Larcos, Bean and Chase, Cops and Suds, who are definitely there on the line. Jerry and Revex, I'm guessing. Echo and Vert, Lux and Yusuf, Scissor and Blood Gangsta, Rems and Imp, Soul and Tamaki, Ryan and don't really know, Hearn. All right, all the way down to what, top 23? That's what it's going to be? It's not what it is right now, but that's what it's going to be. Right now, it's 65 points. Okay. What is this? Let me see what it is first. Oh no, I'm not pulling that up on stream just because of the history of that guy recently, if that makes sense. So I can see why you got timed out if you don't know the history. I can definitely see it. Just on Qual, 23rd. Well, right now Qual is 65 points. And it's right here, 20th place. Because only 3 teams won. It'll eventually move down to 23rd. But as of now, it's 65 points. How many teams go to LCQ on what? 4 through LCQ. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, whoever helped me with the replay code last game, can you please help me again? Please? Because, like, I could not find that thing. I don't know where you guys found it at. I usually go to FORTNITE tracker. Didn't work. So I honestly have no idea how you guys even found that. Just being honest, dude. I'm just being honest. That's already it? Wait, that's the new one already? When did it start? 2 minutes in? Yes. So that I think I have to wait 5 minutes, right? If it's 2 minutes in, I have to wait 3 more minutes. Yeah, I have to wait 3 more minutes. All right, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. Let me know who your biggest surprise team is. Right? Who your biggest surprise... And you're not allowed to say Kanata and Victor V. You're not allowed to say Kanata and Victor V. Everybody else, you can let me know. I'll be right back. All right, let's see. Nobody has a guess. Okay, that's fine. I don't need no guesses. How much point is Qual? Right now, it's around like between 99 and 110. It's an estimate. It's an estimate. So if I'm wrong, I'm not really wrong. All right, 140 in. Let's check out Echo and Verde off spawn. Top 18 on the leaderboard, Dio. Top 5 through the game. 23 teams total. You gotta admit, I'm a Fortnite bro. I'm, you know, if you got it, you got it. Uh-oh. Are they switching up their... Oh, no, Latte still. This for you, Taki. This for you. Oh, they're getting... Oh, no, third party. Oh, Vert's already half HP. Vert's already half HP. That's not good. Why aren't they using the triple threat skins, dude? I like this one, though. The Echo's using. I like this one. Wait, isn't this the team that contested Ryantron last game? Are they just going back and forth between top side and bottom side of the map? That would be my big... That's actually a good call. It's a good call, sis. Can I just call you sis? I'm gonna just call you sis. Allie, yep. I think that's a good call. Oh, come on. You gotta somehow get in there. Oh, good shots onto Cloud. Kaizen goes down. Echo makes the play onto one. Now Cloud's literally going from shielded up, full HP, to back to the lobby. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't celebrate. Don't celebrate. Oh, you're celebrating too early. Celebrating too early. At least now they're knowing they're kind of getting third-partied, so they can play accordingly. Something like that, yeah. Noah, something like that. Ooh, Jules got an Elim over here on this side of the map. X down. Yo, bring him to a reboot van. Infinite Surge. Bring him to a reboot van. Did replay mode crash? Yo, you're going to see that in finals. Somebody's doing that in finals. I don't know who, but somebody is doing it in finals. I thought they were fighting. Are they getting beat by the boss right now? Almost. Alright. Everything's looking good. They're looking good. Ratgun essentially qualified. And this is where Ratgun, let me see what the points they have over here. This is where if I'm Ratgun, I crash out on everybody on this side of the map. If they're the only one that's qualified, like, crash out. Like, you defend your drop. Make sure they don't get in. Hey. We'll look at Ryantron in a minute. Vert wins this? You think so? Harpoon? Interesting. 6 shockwaves. Okay. Not bad. Can easily break into wood boxes. Sorry, my wife had texted me. That's why you see like a cheesy smile on my face. All right, let's look at this leaderboard real quick. We know Victor V is dominating. Let's go ahead and check out how Hilly's doing in this early game. They're right on track, 98 points. The least amount of points for any heat to qualify has been 99 points. Any heat in all regions. I don't know either. Ratgun, Raygun, I don't know. I've seen him as both. I think it's Raygun though. But whatever his name is, dude, that's what his name is. Raptor at night, 32 points. 2 games left to do it. This is game 4. It's Ratgun. Nah, it's Raygun. Trying to see who are we watching here. Toon's going up, over, gets the doubles, but no chance to use them. Wow, that shot, I don't even know how that shot connected onto him. From the other side, reunites with Crank in the box. Choose to disengage off with the Fizz. Like the bounce. Staying elevated. Don't drop into the canyon, but rotating towards center zone. Kanata Victor B still out there. POI. Everybody kind of still slow to rotate in. Even Jules and them here looks like they might try to go ahead and use the Squibbly Shores Rift, even though they're right in zone. They might not want to take too much damage. They should box up over towards Scribbly Shores and wait to move in from there. Oh, okay. Wasn't Raygun the Australian dancer? Not dancer, but break dancer. Alright, just moving in. Icy gets a knock onto Prado. Imp and Rems getting closer and closer at Battlewood. Are they lurking on each other? Yep. Is it a double lurk or a single lurk? Alright, one team just lurking on the other. Shouldn't find too much success on that lurk. Icy here along with Compton. They just got to elim towards Humble. One's rotating down. The other one's still up above. As an Australian, I admit to... Ha Sakes, gotcha! Gotcha! It's alright. It's alright, dude. If Vert doesn't qual, I'm not watching. Well, Vert is already qualled. 82 points, bro. They're going to sneeze in this game, and they're going to be qualled. Ooh, it goes actually south. Kind of centers up. Dark Dominion, Sandy, a new Sanctuary. They do have the long pad, so they're instantly going to get in zone right now. Which heat is more stacked on West? Is it Heat 1 or Heat 2? Heat 2 is more stacked? Okay. Because it seems like, even here, like, there's 83 people up. Surge is going to pop. But it just seems like so slow compared to some of the other regions. Illy's still at the bottom. Ryantron trying to make it in. Vanilla's moving over towards the top. Ratgun Slixies rotating in towards Sandy yet again. Bert and Echo finally land, but as soon as they do, they get tagged up just a smidget. Did you see me win, Cougar? Nah, I didn't, bro. Did you win? I didn't catch it. Thank you, Mistake. I didn't. I did, we? I literally talked about that, Cougar. You better be a good person now, bro. Tell you better be a good person. You better not be up to any shenanigans, dude. That's what I'm saying, bro. All I can do is, you know, go off of what people said. School Whale, you see her, Bacavello, Heat 2. Okay, yeah, that is pretty stacked. It is pretty stacked. Bean and Chase. Who was that right across that we were watching? Echo and Vert. It seems like they're going to push into this box. They are literally just staring at him. Weird emotes? Yeah, it's I've had the same ones for a long time. You never just seen somebody get spit on though? You just gotta be familiar with players, dude. I like somebody on every region. Ooh, another zone pool. Kanata. These guys are literally just crushing everybody's dreams for the rest of this tournament because they're not out of the lobby. Every person that is not qualled, they are crushing the dreams. They are the ones single-handedly doing it. They should have won game 1. They should have gotten out of the lobby, and you know, it should go from there. But I actually like that they're still in the lobby as well, crushing dreams, because I want the best of the best to make finals. Yeah, Phoenix and Retro Cats, they're growing on me like a fungus. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. But they're growing on me. Is the name of the game. Yeah. Defend your POI. Ooh. Multiple teams seeing them. Radgun and 60s rotate in the distance. Teakling and Nut. Oh, Victor V and Kanata. I don't know if they heard this or not. 253 above. 344 above. Looking in the distance. Victor B gets a shot landed onto him. Check out Ratgun and Slixies. 141 essentially qualified. 251 above the damage threshold. Not bad. Bro, I think tomorrow's heat's gonna be wild, but I didn't know Retro personally to save you go. Ooh. Okay, see, I didn't know that. This is game 4 or 5. Not 5 of 6. Game 4 or 5. Not too bad for them. See how Echo and Vert much closer to the action. Tunes. Oh, did he steal the wall on the other side? Oh, he's waiting for a bad peek to come out of somebody. Vert gets chased all around the other side. Crank is there. They're still just trying to put down that relentless pressure. I'm not sure if they're above or below the damage threshold, but Crank and Tunes look like they really need this fight here. Now third party's coming in. Echo's getting tagged up from his right side, forced to drop down a whole other layer. Vert trying to drop with him, staying in the same box. That's important for them. Crank gets dropped in. First shot's going to connect, but Vert just gets beamed from all across. Tune gets the down onto one. Now it's Echo's job to try to survive because now Vert does get cleaned up. Echo gets a knock onto one. Tune there on the other side. Fakes the edit. Grates out the shot, but Tune doesn't do anything to answer back. Echo gets some Thunderburst to bleed in. Goes around through the outside and finally lands the elimination shot on the Tunes. They might have bit off more than they can chew, but puts Echo in a peculiar situation here as a solo, having to rotate the zones. And then you got Ratgun. You got 60s there on the other side of these builds. They heard all this action. They watched the feed. Elim after Elim watching the players fall. Former Everton Epic Kanata, current FCM champion. Baka Parks Bump. What's your top contenders? Victor V is the X Factor. He hasn't won, but maybe still rising. I can't call Victor V the X Factor anymore, but yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just feel the way they've been performing since they formed, I think they're instantly the team to beat, regardless of championships. I have a what for you done for me lately mentality type thing. Okay. Yeah, at the first half of that sentence, I was like, I don't know about all that. Lyric gets it down onto one. Echo still trying to solo clutch here. 176. He needs 14 teams to go down before Storm Surge, or before placement points even set in for Echo. He has a long road ahead of him, but he's quick to react to where the zone pulls. Even as a solo, he's trying to beat everybody else there. Sees A-Par and his duo just trying to put shots in the distance. Nut and Teak probably sees the edit of that meta wall down below. So you got to make an educated guess to know there's at least 4 people in this direction. Does the off-season count, though? To me, it's... They didn't form. Victor V and Kanata didn't form in the offseason, which is why I think the what have you done for me lately matters. Chase is here. Victor V and Kanata, 228. One more after this. That's definitely not the leaderboard, though. We'll fix that for Damari. Okay. 611 above the damage threshold. Top 34. Tamaki Soul trying to make it in. Quick tags are going to connect, but they're still 94 above. Minute and B-Dog there on the other side trying to put pressure. 386 above the damage threshold. And this is where when you got 2 games left and 18 inconsistency qualify you, there are no excuses for a team like B-Dog and Minute. What's up, Elmo? Okay. Good predictions. Good predictions. I love the predictions. I love the talk. $266. Looking back on the Scissor. Blood Gangsta, but a whole nother team. I'm not sure if that was Hearn or somebody else. Quickly peeks in. Connects with a couple tags from over 300 above the damage threshold to 155. So they're slipping and sliding. Quickly edit through. Step 1 is getting up the side of that mountain. B-Dog and Minute just trying to stay as close together as possible. Ready for the next shockwave. They got so much distance to uncover here. They're just trying to be quick to react as B-Dog once again gets tagged up. Still 174 above. Not straying away from the game plan, though. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's the name of the game for Minute and B-Dog. They got a lot of points and time to make up. Just can't make any mistakes here. Minute dropping a little bit too far down, but nothing that building up can't fix. They're continuously trying to break through these walls, trying to keep themselves safe for as long as possible. Tamaki getting spotted out towards the back. Minute, uncharacteristic misses coming out of there. You got to be able to connect with those shots, continue to build the confidence as they're reforming all along the way, trying to get into the zone from here, build some extra space, and give them some room to work with. But down below, Chase is there. Echo finally goes down, so no placement points for Echo and Vert in this game. Echo and Vert, man, it's coming close. 123 above the damage threshold, though, for B-Dog and Minute. Placement points coming in. They're rising to the occasion here. 145, big tag going to connect. Trying to get the rest of the loot that's left over, but it's the bare minimum that B-Dog could get in this situation. But another team going down, another couple placement points coming in. There's still a knock on the other side, but they didn't know it at first. They did not know that one of those 2 players was knocked. I know they would have got aggressive here. Larcos and OC up above, 111, all but essentially qualified here. Ned's still in here, OC, Susie, and Gabix. They might have their spot in finals secured. Looking down, landing first shot, but get tagged from afar. Freeze and Vork still have some time to catch up, but they need to start making these plays. Compton and Icy try to go drop down below, but they dip one toe in. Water's cold, go right back on out. Cops and Suz, 103. Calm, cool, collected. They're on their way to finals through consistency. Don't really need to do too much. 415 points here. Using that shockwave, breaking the cone, just trying to go from point A to point B. No big moves need to be made here. They don't need to one hop it to the zone. They just need to bide their time. They have one shockwave left, though. Lurking all around. Compton's here. They're trying to break in the box. Blood Gangsta and Scissor are going to be on the other side. They do land some damage, but over 800 above the damage threshold. That's not what they came for. Zeno here along with Zuki, 70 points. CZR and Jules going to be on the other side. They're much higher up on the leaderboard, much less to risk here in a situation like that. So for Zeno and Zuki's top 21, they need to make it far into this game to continue to build that confidence. Shockwaving off the edge. They get separated only for a short moment, but they need to figure out a way to get back to one another. Zuki's positioned up above. He's looking down. There's so many duos between him and Zeno trying to find a way back, but he gets the cone onto one. The doubles are in. First shot's going to connect onto Ryantron. He gets caught sleeping. Must have hit the snooze, but it's time to wake up. Peepotron's here, Evolved fighting for the high ground. Compton and Icy, they're the ones up above. Peepotron not giving it up just yet, but realizing his teammate is no longer up there. He doesn't want to continue to maintain his presence up above. That would have been ill-advised. This is Icy, this is Compton. They're the ones on the high ground for now. Got to be careful though. Still plenty of time left in this game for somebody to shockwave up and steal that one away. Jules, Caesar, they're moving through the low ground, just trying to go ahead and use the shockwave to fall off. You see the zone moving over yet again. Not a lot of time to recycle the build. Second height isn't too much of a worry. We got Hearn here, Peepo, Evolved. Ryan Tron still left alive. Jules is in the cut, trying to survive. Kanata and Victor V, they momentarily get separated, but waste no time finding their way back to one another. B-Dog still trying to clutch up here as a solo. We were talking about the biggest surprise, and B-Dog admitted took the cake. You expect them much higher up on the leaderboard. Way more points. CZR goes down. That's a big elimination there for B-Dog, but he gets sent back to the lobby by Victor V. Kanata does go down to Vorch. They're still way ahead in first place in terms of consistency, but the chop does come in for Victor V. Less and less eliminations this game. Maybe trying to go for the win, but X and Lyric, they're here down below. They don't really have builds, but X does find elimination onto Zeno, getting the Siphon mats. At least something better than nothing here. Chase, Bean, they're up above, putting pressure down. Compton, he's the one that's eating a lot of that focus in the front side of the zone. Victor V sliding and gliding, takes a big shot before he builds to protect himself. Vork can freeze from the back. This is where they try to make their play up above. They're using the gloves. I'm not sure if they got spotted out, but that would have been a perfect opportunity, but they got shockwave to the front. Vork's using the gloves yet again to find his way back, but he takes a big amount of damage, 4 HP. Luckily for him, Freaks was able to get an Elim, the Siphon, but he gets caught out of zone. Lyric going back to back for eliminations. He got 4 overall. Most of the players left in this game are solos, except for Chase and Beans here. They're in the driver's seat. All they have to do is execute with the strategy to win, and right now, a couple more eliminations going through. They're in a 2v1 situation. Chase dropping down low into the water. They don't have to use the mobility. Luckily for them, they didn't really have any. He's putting Lyric in a 1v2 situation. They attack from both sides. 4 eliminations and a win. Chase and Beans, welcome to finals. Who's Bean? Who in the is Bean? You know what I'm saying? I need to figure out who this Bean guy is. Bean is Bean? Bean is Bean! Okay, well, congratulations, Bean. Welcome to finals. I was expecting to see some other name underneath the Bean tag, but we got Bean and Chase, we got Trunk and Cougar, we got Blink and Fuzz, and we got Keembot and Zaire. 4 game winners so far all punched their ticket to finals. Then we got Kanata and Victor V. They definitely qualified. Susie and Gabix qualified. Joel CZR qualified. Raygun Slixies qualified. Vanillas and Haju qualified. Cops and Suds qualified. OC and Larkos essentially qualified. Ryan Tron, don't know if you hear me because I know you're queuing up for another game. Congratulations. Welcome to finals. Lyric and X qualified. And then after that, I'm not 100% confident, so we're just going to wait and see for the most part. But I would imagine Hearn qualified, Icy Compton qualified, Zeno and Zuki's likely qualified as well. Minute and B-Dog moving up the leaderboard, but 40 points, still not cutting it. A-Par 33, or A-Par 33, still not cutting it. Pax 46, not enough. Creep and Dom, not enough. Forks and Free, there. I think that's. They're in the bubble. He was top 10 last I checked. 3rd, 37th, 35th, 27th. They are having a lot of trouble making it through the mid game together. A lot of trouble. Does anybody have the replay code for the next game? I still have no idea where you guys are finding it on that on Syrian. Like I don't know how. Oh, never mind. I got it. I got it myself. 3 minutes. We got 2 minutes to wait. 2 minutes and we're next game. 2 minutes. Finally found it. Finally found it. But now I found it on Fortnite Tracker. Yeah, but Cats, there is, like, compared to, like, what? Well, remember we were having the conversations in trios where we were talking about maybe 2-3 teams that can win? Like, on West, at least there's a good handful. You know what I mean? At least there's a good handful. What's up, Mike? Great surprise this season. Yeah, dude. I think Epic and Pump are one of the good teams. Didn't they win a Div Cup or come close? I'm pretty sure. Cootie beans, man. I've seen Chase. My first time seeing Beans. So again, congratulations to Beans. Or Bean, my bad. Not Beans with the S. It's just regular Bean. So you have a bunch of spots opening up on the map now that Bean, Chase, Trunk, Cougar, Blink, Fuzz, and Keenan's Air no longer in the game. So we could get wild for the last game of the day. We could get wild. But we got the replay of that last game. And then guess what? We got game 5 coming up right after this. Below, they don't really have builds, but X does find elimination on Zeno, getting the siphon mats. At least something better than nothing here. Chase, Bean, they're up above, putting pressure down. Compton, he's the one that's eating a lot of that focus in the front side of the zone. Victor B sliding and gliding, takes a big shot before he builds to protect himself. Vork can freeze from the back. This is where they try to make their play up above. They're using the gloves. I'm not sure if they got spotted out, but that would have been a perfect opportunity. But they get shockwave to the front. Vork's using the gloves yet again to find his way back, but he takes a big amount of damage. 4 HP. Luckily for him, Freaks was able to get an Elim, the siphon, but he gets caught out of zone. Lyric going back to back 4 eliminations. He got 4 overall. Most of the players left in this game are solos except for Chase and Beans here. They're in the driver's seat. All they have to do is execute with the strategy to win, and right now, a couple more eliminations going through. They're in a 2v1 situation. Chase dropping down low into the water. They don't have to use the mobility. Luckily for them, they didn't really have any. He's putting Lyric in a 1v2 situation. They attack from both sides. 4 eliminations and a win. Cats, I think it depends on who it is. I think for a team like Baka and Pars, you have to take some stocks in the offseason because they were playing them all, but you don't take it at full face value. So while they haven't been performing well, they're still one of the top teams on the region. It just depends on who it is. Like, if it's an unknown player, I think it matters a little bit more because there's no real history to go off of. And there's not a lot of, like, top placing experience, so they have to use all those wisely. Is Ryan Tron getting contested right out the gates again? Danny and Silencer? Oh, I would have took that building. I would have took that building, but maybe he didn't want to get beamed out of the sky. But they do get surprise contested. Tamaki Soul, Icy Compton over here on this side of the map. Echo and Vert looking like they're not contested this time. OC Larcos looking good. Down below. For the most part, everybody's uncontested. Uncontested. Except for whatever's going on here, actually. I lied. Oh my god. Oh my god! I got the double map glitch, so we're gonna go watch that one more again. Oh my god, no build. Oh, why would he? Yo, Batman, we were talking about it already. Kanata, Vic, gotta be, in my head, #1. Arc, or not Arc, Epic and Pump. Phoenix Retro, Baka Pars. And I know I'm forgetting one off the top of my head, but it is what it is. Bro just got eaten up, though. Man just got eaten up over there. Lonely, is he stuck by himself? Where's Lonely's teammate? Separated. Haas is across the map as of now. So this is a 2v1. Trying to use the harpoon. Trying to break in the box as quick as possible. We get tagged up yet again. Does look like Lonely's doing a good job of fighting back in this 2v1 situation. Trying to break into the box, cut off the other path on the other side. He gets cut short, but he's doing a good job of drawing the time out. Haas finally comes into the mix. The first down is going to be connected. They lose track of the other, and Tamaki gets taken down as well. Lonely did such a fantastic job in this fight to stall for as long as he has, but how long can he actually do this? Because right now they're getting approached by a whole nother team. Third party coming in. Lonely gets crashed on yet again. Haas using all this time to heal up, but he needs to figure out a way to help fight back. First shield fish is popping off, but the pressure right now is just a little bit too much. Compton not letting go of this opportunity. The wall gets stolen back as Lonely just playing defensively. 14 builds left. Outside of Haas and the minis, they have no extra heals for the HP. I wouldn't put them as like, I wouldn't be surprised if Raygun won, but at the top of my head, I wouldn't look at players in the lobby and say this guy's gonna win. Dude. Yo, these guys deserve it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they don't deserve it. Maybe they don't. I was going to say maybe these guys deserve it, but I might have been wrong. Oh, he's peeking through on the other side. I'm not sure if Compton saw him there or not. Hiding behind the Slapperoni pizza box. Nom, nom, nom. Eat another bite. Nom, 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 nom. Now he's full HP. Oh, they're leaving. Compton and Icy are leaving. They got the elim. They got the damage. No reason for them to overstay realistically. Well, you couldn't say that about every team. That's true. That's 100% true. They're just going to continue to run away. Mez is here. Ryan Tron already rotating out for some extra loot. You can see with an empty item slot and the zip line, this game hasn't necessarily been treating them well. Contested again. Danny and Silencer coming in. I feel like they've been contested by different people this game at south side of Battlewood. It is a big season for us about all small regions, 2 heats. Last chance spawn fire. Yeah. It's a little confusing, but it's like, it's just because it's a smaller region. I think they're just trying to keep it competitive, if that makes sense. Because I can, no offense to any of the small regions, but I can only imagine if this was spread out with 3 heats. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Continued fight on this side of the map. This is a must-win for Nut. And I think that's Teak on the other side. Teaklings. Because they're not qualled yet, while Ratgun is. Oh, did they see him? Yep, they did. They did. 5 builds. Oh, love the idea. Not the perfect execution. I'm gonna order you a burrito? Maybe tomorrow. What's up? What kind of burrito? What kind of burrito are we talking here? Well, it's only 30 side central plus some top range players at stadium central. Yeah. For the 2 solo clutches, bro, dude. I was just saying how I with the way they come back to the cameras, especially I think it was Venos, bro. I was like, I don't know if you could tell, but I was a little like, I was a little hot. I started to sweat a little bit. My vein was popping out of my head. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I think Lyric needs this. Now he's getting chased. Okay, now 121. I want to say he should be safe. I want to say they should be safe for Qual. No, keep it going, bro. I need to get some more of these Spanish emotes, dude. I need some more salsa emotes. All right, hold on. I need to figure out something real quick on the leaderboard. Okay, one. So going into this game, 82 points was the cutoff. It was these guys. These guys are the 18th team right now. 82 points to start the game is the cutoff. I'm going to try to keep track of it as the game goes on, so we watch people that are actually on the bubble versus people that are already qualified, but we'll see. We'll see how it works. What's up, Timmy? Yeah, this is game 5, Trez. Vert and Echo. Uh-oh. Vert and Echo are this close to not qualifying. If Vert and Echo have another performance like they've had in the rest of their games, they will literally be in danger of not qualifying through heats. What do you mean? Which team was Kanata fighting? They're still stuck on the top side of the map. Creep and Dom, at least they got a chance. Yeah, Trezzy, they got most of, if not all of their points in game 1. Every other point after that has just been elimination points. They've been unable to make it to placements, except for maybe one other game. Who killed them? Kanata? What are you... You talking about guy 8 in here? Ooh. Ooh. Earl is landing some good damage on the other side. Victor V taking a different approach from underneath, trying to lurk his way in. I don't know if he spotted out. Yeah, I don't know if he spotted out, but the third party again. I'm not sure Kanata and Victor V are a team that you want to kind of get on their bad side of. Oh, yep, they're annoyed. They're pushing the other team. Dude, they are literally just getting focused right now. Okay. Devry. Corral. They really turned the tables on this fight and stayed full health. Kanata and Victor V are going to push this. Either Kanata and Victor V are going to go down in this fight, or that team is going to go down in this fight. Okay. Ooh, tries to peek. Like the ramp flip. Victor V still being a nuisance, trying to take it away. Kanata's approaching on the other side, just trying to take away some options as well. They're on the edge of zone. Easily can find their way inside as Victor V connects with yet another shot here. But look how much they've used right now. Look how much stuff they've used in this situation. They're having to get the fruits and the vegetables, the cabbage, the coconuts. Eat your veggies first, just like your parents say, and then you can go to the pizza. Yeah, Trezzy, yes. For the most part, yes. Unless they get like a second place with elims. I think they can qual with the second place, to be honest. Even no elims, I think. Literally, I think the whole chat agrees with you, Trezzy. Ali said it, Sis said it. I said it. Cats didn't say it, but he was thinking it. Ooh. Well. Literally just trying to spray in the box. Zone is there. Oh, misses the first shot. Can I have Victor V go down? But that doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Who else we got right now? Who else we got? Watch a Vorkson freeze for a moment. Big gain needed for them. Good loot, though, for the most part. Outside of the AR here, maybe you want an SMG, but not bad. Creep and Dom. No. Okay, so maybe, yeah, Minute and B-Dog do need the win. It's Creep and Dom that needs a second place or so. Are you talking about Kanata, Spider? If they were trying, I don't think they would ever have fought that fight in the first place. If you're talking about them. They would have been center zone boxed up. Alright, just a couple extra slices before they have to rotate in. Zeno and Zookies. I would imagine they're good at 105 points, but I think 110 is safe. Yo, who is Commander K? Trezzy? I've seen his name, I feel like, for years. Zeno Zookies. They're looking good to rotate in. Mez is down below. Ryan Tron's here. Rem's inside. Trying to look for Minute and B-Dog. Yep. 40 points here. So a win would be 56, which would put them at 96 points. They come, yeah. No, they can get a second. Honestly, a second with like 5 to 10 elims would be good. Yeah, Corb, we'll check him out in a second. Okay, that's a good question. 433. Just trying to wait and see where this next zone pulls. 5 seconds. Ooh, they're right next to each other. Ooh, and they get the zone pull. Vert and Echo get the zone pull. B-Dog gets the zone pull. Zeno gets the zone pull. Even Commander K. Trezzy better not have cursed him right now. They're putting pressure on the Dom, Creep, Pump, Prado. Oh, this is Simpla. What's up? Commander K putting some shots down. Zone finally opening up. Let's check somebody that needs to make a rotation in the backside of the zone. Maybe somebody that needs a qual here. 95 points, Scissor and Blood Gangsta. They need the bare minimum, but they still need a few more points. Creep and Dom actually still alive on the other side. I actually do want to take a look at Creep and Dom for a moment. 69 points. Oh my God. 323. All because of that last couple of seconds there, getting targeted out the backside of the zone. Dom and Creep, good shot. That first one's going to be a monster shot to connect, but they're still 188 below. 7 minis, a little bit on the chug jug, and that is it. Creep has nothing in his inventory, so Sharing's going to have to be carrying between him and Dom here. They're already inside of the zone. Most of the teams already are, and that's where they're trying to put pressure, force that team out. The pre-edits are already in, and they're just trying to keep on going. They're over 300 below. One more shot's going to connect, but it's not that big haymaker that they're used to throwing as they continue to go wild, break it into the box, but now it's now coming in from the third party. Creep forced into the backside of the zone. Huge chunks of HP now being dwindled down. He has to find that crevice to find some safety, so he's no longer taking damage as Prado and Pump are going to be up above. Now Storm Surge has activated for Creep and Dom. They're officially on a timer here. They need 274 damage here if they're looking to stay alive. 293. Active Surge. Creep is now 1 tick away from going down, leaving it all on the shoulders of Dom here, who's now getting targeted out, still below the damage threshold, and they go down. Creep and Dom will have to play through the last chance qualifier. Aiden goes down. He'll have to play through the last chance qualifier. Commander K, though, connects to the tree. Great heads up play right now, knowing they're not going to get chopped for free. Commander K over at the side. B-Dog underneath along with Minute. Freeze is there. Xeno's trying to break into the box along with Peepotron. They got the knock onto one, but Xeno goes down. Freeze and Vorks out of nowhere disrupt this fight and cause a little bit of chaos. It's really going to be up to Zuki's by himself. It looked like he was going to try to get the res, pulls the body back, tries to go ahead and make it safe by editing the builds, closes them off, and goes for the revive. It's now or never for Zuki's. 113 points. You have to imagine with the estimates that he's safe, but he might not know it in this moment. He wants to secure a 100% guaranteed qualification here. Minute and B-Dog, 45 points, only 39 above the damage threshold. Other teams taking damage, they're going to bump up to 119 as Minute finds a treasure trove of loot. That's the same loot that Zuki's and Xeno was fighting for in this short moment. Pizza Slice is going down. Quickly drops the med kit to pick those up. They have the splashes as well. It's about when and where you choose to use these. 79 damage above the threshold. It's safe for now, but it's not a full confident feeling unless those 3 players go down and Storm Surge deactivates, because in that moment they fall below the damage threshold, and it's active surge as well. This is where it's getting scary because no, flying through the sky. Scissors gets the Elim onto one. Minute's now left by himself. The only thing he has going for him is Storm Surge that's just deactivated, but Minute is now feeling the pressure. Ryan Tron get Elim. Top 22 placement points are starting to set in, but Minute is in a position to where you have to win it or you're not in it. Solo is there. Ryan Tron up above, 148. Shark and Pax as well are in this game. Echo and Vert get spotted out, but Echo gets down to 105 points. They're inside of that threshold, but how safe do they feel here? Vert with only 4 builds left, realizing I cannot go for the revive onto Echo. I simply have to wait for him to go down, get eliminated, and try to clean it up, but Night steals those away. No chance for Vert to get any of that loot. 107 points. Another team's going to fall. CZR gets down, so Jules left as a solo here. More players down below. They're just trying to go ahead and steal together the loot. Jules solo on the other side of the zone here. No shield, no extra HP, but oh my god, you blink, you might have missed it. Vert finds an Elim, the Siphon, a little bit more mass, but he's getting tagged up. 3 HP. Can he make it to the other side? No, he can't. 112 points for Vert. Hopefully it holds, because right now, Scissor, Blood Gangsto, 123 points. Looking who else is still left alive. Xeno, Zuki's, Evolved at 119. Oh, missed that shot onto Ryan Tron. Evolved trying to make these plays by himself. Zuki's and Xeno strike out of nowhere. Get that elimination. Mez is down below. Jules left by himself. Minute, a bunch of solos left in this game, but Larco's OC, they're on high ground. 161 points. If they win this game, the threshold opens up. Somebody gets gifted a spot to the finals. Anybody in qual range does. Zuki, Xeno included. Minute gets another elimination. Minute still running wild here. 91 points, but he desperately needs the win. Maybe a top 2 with Elims. Big shot onto one. Scissors trying to break in. Back-to-back haymakers from Minute. He is doing everything he can to stay alive and keep his team in the game here. But those opportunities are running out. No extra heals. Just match. But the Fizz is there. He's getting some of the shield. He is mooching off somebody else. But sometimes that's exactly what you need to do. Another big shot by Minute. He is trying to make it happen all by his lonesome. Blood Cakes in front. Another elimination by Minute, but he runs into trouble. Ryan and his duo take down and stop the run a Minute, ending his run in the heats. Ryan Tron falls shortly after. Teammate trying to stay alive, gets Elim after Elim, but no, he's trying to get the Siphon. It comes into play. Xeno is next. What are we witnessing? This is complete and utter chaos here. All the solos down below. OC and Larcos haven't even been looked at once. They're already inside of the top leaderboard for consistency. They're already in the driver's seat for this game. They just have to close it out. Zuki's in the backside of zone. You have to be careful for him. He's starting his heal up, realizing it's no longer going to be an opportunity. He can steal it away. Big shot on the Larkos. Zuki's trying to make the play, but OC grants them the 2v1 advantage here, trying to go ahead and reunite with Larkos, forcing Zuki's down below. This is a moment for them to collect themselves, but Zuki doesn't want to give him that moment. He goes up, he slams down, but OC and Larkos take the game and go to finals. I just need to breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. All right. Consistency, 245, Solzy, Gabix. Where we at? Susie Gabix, Ryan Trons in finals, Jules CZR, Zeno Zukis, Raygun Slixies, Cough Suds, SZA Blood Gangster, Vanilla Haju, Mez Tups, Lyric and X, Icy Compton, Evolved and Peepotron, Echo and Vert do make it in. Hearn and his teammate make it in. Minute and B-Dog made it in? Okay. Hilly and Youngin at 98. Rems and Imp on 94 points. Pax and Shark mix out by 1 point. Commander K misses out by 2. Vorks and Freeze by 4. Such a close tournament. I wonder what my neighbors think, because I hear my neighbors sometimes, and I'm okay with that. I don't care. But I wonder what my neighbors think, dude. I'm screaming. I'm screaming, dude. I don't know when this replay is showing, but I need to watch this back. Let's watch this back together as a family. 1 minute, but he runs into trouble. Ryan and his duo take down and stop the run a minute, ending his run in the heats. Ryan Tron falls shortly after. Teammate trying to stay alive, gets Elim after Elim, but no, he's trying to get the siphon. It comes into play. Zeno is next. What are we witnessing? This is complete and utter chaos here. All the solos down below. OC and Larkos haven't even been looked at once. They're already inside of the top leaderboard for consistency. They're already in the driver's seat for this game. They just have to close it out. Zuki's in the backside of zone. You have to be careful for him. He's starting his heal up, realizing it's no longer going to be an opportunity. He can steal it away. Big shot on the Larkos. Zuki's trying to make the play, but OC grants them the 2v1 advantage here, trying to go ahead and reunite with Larkos, forcing Zuki's down below. This is a moment for them to collect themselves, but Zuki doesn't want to give him that moment. He goes up, he slams down, but OC... Yeah, I need to go back. I didn't know when it recorded shots, but I need to... I want to listen to my casting again. That's the thing. Give me a second. Uno momento. Shout out to anybody watching. How do I do this again? I do this. I do this. I do this. I do this. Listen to my casting again. That's the thing. Ugh. My voice is so ugly. It's about right here, right? About right. How do I close this? I'm gonna turn off my camera too, dude. Let's watch this together. Let's watch this together. Ryan Tron get Elam top 22 placement points are starting to set in, but Minute is in a position to where you have to win it or you're not in it. Solo is there. Ryan Tron up above, 148. Shark and Pax as well are in this game. Echo and Vert get spotted out, but Echo gets down to 105 points. They're inside of that threshold, but how safe do they feel here? Wow. Vert with only 4 builds left, realizing I cannot go for the revive onto Echo. I simply have to wait for him to go down, get eliminated, and try to clean it up, but Knight steals those away. No chance for Vert to get any of that loot. 107 points. Another team's gonna fall. CZR gets down, so Jules left as a solo here. More players down below. They're just trying to go ahead and steal together the loot. Jules solo on the other side of the zone here. No shield, no extra HP. But oh my god, you blink, you might have missed it. Vert finds an Elim. The Siphon, a little bit more match, but he's getting tagged up. 3 HP. Can he make it to the other side? No, he can't. 112 points for Vert. Hopefully it holds, because right now, Scissor, Blood Gangsta, 123 points. Looking who else is still left alive. Zeno, Zuki's, Evolved at 119. Oh, missed that shot onto Ryan-tron. Evolved trying to make these plays by himself. Zuki's and Zeno strike out of nowhere. Get that elimination. Yo, Combo, this is a replay. Jules left by himself. Minute, a bunch of solos left in this game, but Larco's OC. It's a replay.
They're on high ground. 161 points. If they win this game, the threshold opens.
Trust me, you want to watch. You want to watch. Trust me.
Finals.
Trust me.
Anybody in qual range does. Zuki, Zeno included. Minute gets another elimination. Minute still running wild here. 91 points, but he desperately needs the win. Maybe a top 2 with Elims. Big shot onto one. Scissors trying to break in. Back-to-back haymakers from Minute. He is doing everything he can to stay alive and keep his team in the game here. But those opportunities are running out. No extra heals. Just match, but the Fizz is there. He's getting some of the shield. He is mooching off somebody else, but sometimes that's exactly what you need to do. Another big shot by Minute. He is trying to make it happen all by his lonesome. Blood Cakes in front. Another elimination by Minute, but he runs into trouble. Ryan and his duo take down and stop the run a Minute, ending his run in the heats. Ryan-tron falls shortly after. Teammate trying to stay alive, gets Elim after Elim, but no, he's trying to get the Siphon. It comes into play. Zeno is next. What are we witnessing? This is complete and utter chaos here. All the solos down below. OC and Larcos haven't even been looked at once. They're already inside of the top leaderboard for consistency. They're already in the driver's seat for this game. They just have to close it out. Zuki's in the backside of zone. You have to be careful for him. He's starting his heal up, realizing it's no longer going to be an opportunity. He can steal it away. Big shot on the Larcos. Zuki's trying to make the play, but OC
just breathe, brother.
The 2v1 advantage.
Just
here.
breathe.
Trying to go ahead and reunite with
He's gonna pass out.
And Zuki's down below. This is a moment for them to collect
themselves. He's gonna pass out.
Doesn't want to give him that moment. He goes up. He slams down. But OC and Larcos take the game and go to finals.
Thank God he stopped. Thank God that was... Yeah, breathe, brother. Breathe. I don't know how to put this back. I'm going to be honest with you. Hopefully I put it back right. Just breathe. Just breathe. But that guy wouldn't breathe. How come somebody didn't tell him to breathe? Everybody from the 313, put your mother hands up. What's up, Momo? Dude, it's gonna be crazy, Momo. It's gonna be crazy. Kanata's gonna win more than likely in my head. But I think Epic can win. I think Phoenix and Retro, as long as they're uncontested, can win. Baka and Pars, if they wake up from their hibernation, can pop off. You know? Yeah, Minute clutch, bro. I didn't think Minute got in. I thought Minute needed to win the game after the dub, so I need my own victory royale music. So that's what you're saying? I need my own? You got to play Skyfall while watching teams on height? What is that? Not as winning, dude. Not as winning. They're going to Dusseldorf's. Even if he doesn't, top 3. Top 3, dude. I personally think like Epic and Pomp, you know, even Baka and Pars, Kanata and Victor V, they're good enough to be central teams. I think so. As long as they're on 0 ping like everybody else, I think they're good enough to be central teams. Okay, we're gonna have to learn. We're gonna have to learn. My back itches. They all make globals for central. Tomorrow, though, we got Heat 2. We got Heat 2 for tomorrow. Phoenix and Retro are contested, though. I still think they could pull out a win, pull out consistency. Got Epic, Pump, uncontested. Baka and Pars are contested, but I believe they've been contested most of the season, so nothing necessarily new there. Every good POI, for the most part, is contested. Sketch and Thoric. Thoric is an FNCS champion on West as well. Got to remember that. Blezro and Gino are there. Yumi and Sauko. Okay. Hyacinth's here in a contested. Source and School down below. Xenon and Velo. I believe they won a Div Cup. Xpon and Doxy. Rays and Monks. So we got a good day. We got a good day tomorrow. Got a good day. Baka Pars, the top 10 Central team when they played there? Yeah. Who do you think has better chance of getting last spot? Retro Phoenix or Baka Pars? Give me a second. Hold on. I'm thinking. I would need to see what the grand finals map looks like to be 100% sure. But as of now, I would go with Baka and Pars experience. Trey, I think Phoenix and Retro get in through consistency. Just like Kanata today. Retro's going to lower ping for Grand. See? Gotta be Retro. I just need to see the map, too. Because if, like, Baka and Pars are contested and Phoenix and Retro are not, I would put Phoenix and Retro ahead. Just like vice versa. If they're contested and Baka and Pars are not, I'd probably put them ahead.
Yes!
Bro, Victor V with the raid?
Yes!
With the raid?
Yes! Yes!
I'm not gonna call it early, but congrats. You know what I'm saying? Congrats. I'm not gonna call it early. By any means, because you know, upsets can happen. But, you know, 'tis the season. Think he's going to 0? Okay. Please do the win music Fortnite stream. It gives chill. I don't have the music though. I don't know where to get the music. Even like he's on 10, he's gonna be insane. Yeah, I think Retro and Phoenix, I don't think people give them enough respect because it is West region, but I think they've been so consistent so far. Thank you again though, also Victor V and Mick. Thank you for the other bits as well. I don't think I thanked you in the moment because everything that was going on, but thank you. I got 1% chance, but last year Peter won 12 cash cups and lost major one. Yeah, dude. I think this is going to be the most exciting FNCS on almost every region. I'm just hoping that it comes down to game 12. I don't want to go into game 11 knowing a team already won because they're so far ahead. I don't want that. I want game 12 to matter. I want going down into the top 8, first and second and third place, all battling it out for points. And I want it to come down to an elim. Not even, I wish it would come down to half an elim if possible, but I want it to come down to just one moment, 1 point. So after it's all said and done, we can all just make our excuses. And I think that's what makes for a good FNCS. I agree, Cats. I agree. Maybe that's number one. Maybe that's number one. And then what I said, number two. Number two. But I think we had a great day today. Don't you guys think we had a great day today? Heat 1 for both, or Heat 1 yesterday for Central, Heat 2 for Central. Shout out to Bolts and Veno, honestly, putting on a show, allowing me to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them one time for the one time. And then we had Heat 1 today, and then tomorrow we got the rest of the Heats. You know what I'm saying? I am gonna be getting off right now. 313 combo. Everybody from the 313, put your mother hands up and follow me. Okay, I'm dumb. I know. It's that point of the time where I just start speaking first, and then my brain functions. Speaking first, and then my brain you know, it's not fun. It's not. What's up, Wandissimo? Is there LCQ stream this time? I believe so. On the FORTNITE broadcast, I saw something there. So I would, you know, go back and double check. But if it's on the broadcast, I would assume so. You know what I mean? So check the broadcast. And I want to say I believe so. I just don't want to say yes and be called a liar. On the broadcast, you know how like in the pregame they show like highlights, they show the format, and they show like all that stuff? It's in one of those slides. It shows the schedule. Just look for the schedule slide. Sadly, Job and Michael have to play ECQ on Asia. Oof. Dude, I love those guys. I love the whole Asia community in most games. I love them in Apex. I love them in Fortnite. I think their support is out of this world for the teams and players that they do have, dude. And they're I don't understand, obviously, but the casting is insane to me. You're gonna scream so loud, bro. It's winning, you're in, bro. That's what I like. We're just gonna be flipping through POVs and seeing what's good. What they say tomorrow? My best favorite teams don't qual. I don't really have hot takes right now, but maybe I'll throw a hot take out on stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll throw a hot take out on stream. But I just want to say, from my heart, you know what I mean? It might sound cheesy, but I just want to thank every single person that joined the stream tonight, whether you're a lurker, a regular follower, or something more like a subscriber, or, you know, somebody that comes in here all the time. Thank you guys so much. It truly means the world to me because I know there's plenty of people to watch, including the gamers themselves, and you chose to spend whatever moments that you guys did in here with me. So it truly means the world to me, and I always like to let you guys know because it makes the difference in my heart. So thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. See you guys tomorrow. And hopefully it's as action-packed as today and yesterday was. Love you guys. And I'll see you in the next stream. Beep, beep. 1 minute, but he runs into trouble. Ryan and his duo take down and stop the run a minute, ending his run in the heats. Ryan falls shortly after. Teammate trying to stay alive, gets Elim after Elim, but no, he's trying to get the siphon. It comes into play. Zeno is next. What are we witnessing? This is complete and utter chaos here. All the solos down below. OC and Larkos haven't even been looked at once. They're already inside of the top leaderboard for consistency. They're already in the driver's seat for this game. They just have to close it out. Zuki's in the backside of zone. You have to be careful for him. He's starting his heal up, realizing it's no longer going to be an opportunity. He can steal it away. Big shot on the Larkos. Zuki's trying to make the play, but OC grants them the 2v1 advantage here, trying to go ahead and reunite with Larkos, forcing Zuki's down below. This is a moment for them to collect themselves, but Zuki doesn't want to give him that moment. He goes up. He's